Dr. Omosholadeji. Yes, I call myself your sure plug on politics and happenings in the polity. Yes, this is the day the Lord has made, and of course, we will politic and be glad in it. Of course, we will politic and be glad in it. Today, we'll talk about Edo politics, how Oshiomole will be stopped from being a godfather, Asue Ighodalo of the PDP to challenge the outcome of election in court. We talk about the VDM and Bobrisky saga. Then we talk about Pastor Oyedepo as he clocks 70. And Nyesom Wike, the way he blasts Governor Siminalyi Fubara in Port Harcourt, whereby he called him a paperweight. So definitely it's going to be an interesting time today on polity. And of course, we will make it happen just as we've always made it happen. First, I think it's in order to ask how your weekend has been. I think it's in order to ask how your day have been, how your weekend have been. You know, like I used to say that Nigeria is like a drama theater. Drama doesn't end. So immediately you are relaxing from the heat of one drama, definitely another drama will instantly come up. That's the way Nigeria is configured. That's the way Nigeria is wired. You know, for drama to be occurring back to back every day. So the drama in Edo, well, we can say the drama in Edo is easing, but then it will be like a wave. It will want to ease, then it will just boom again. It will want to ease and it will just boom again. So from now to the next 6 months, there'll be different drama in Edo State. When the court starts sitting on the election petition, there'll be legal fireworks. There'll still be drama. When the governor, when the swearing in is close by, there will be drama. You know, when he received the oath of office, there will be drama. And the first 1 month, you know, there would also be drama because the normal Nigerian way, you know, Monday Okwebolo would like to upturn some of the things that Obaseki has done. It doesn't mean that those things are bad. It's just the way governance is wired in Nigeria, that if you are coming from the opposition party, no matter the good thing that your predecessor have done, you just want to rubbish it. You just want to make sure that you do all your best to kind of like just water it down. You want to prove that your predecessor, who happens to be from the opposition, is a nobody and he hasn't done anything special. On the other hand, if you are receiving power from your own party, you want to protect, right? You want to do like a big ego that will protect its offerings, its offsprings rather. So you want to protect that party that you are receiving power from, regardless of the harm, the damage that the party has done. And one instance is that of Tinubu and Buhari. The Buhari government did a lot of damage, but then Tinubu didn't want to like expose the ills of the Buhari government. But if it were to be PDP, of course, he would have made a lot of exposition, just as Buhari did when he took over from Jonathan. So Edo State is in the eye of public, and I think it will remain so for the next, let's say, 6 months to 8 months, or should we say a year. And because from the court of first instance, which is the tribunal equivalent to appeal court, of course they will go to which is equivalent to high court, sorry, of course they will go to appeal court, and of course they will go to the Supreme Court, you know, and at the end of the day the Supreme Court will determine who has won. And that makes me to support what Goodluck Jonathan has said. What Goodluck Jonathan has said, that, you know, during his time whereby he asserted that there should be one like single year 6 year single term presidency. You know, the presidency of Jonathan, he really made some good assertions, to be honest. He made some very good assertion, but the thing is, I think the opposition then was very strong than its own disciples in terms of going all out. I think the Jonathan disciples were busy with enriching themselves with the spoils of office. They were busy enriching themselves with the goodies in government. They were busy kind of like they were busy intoxicated with power. Why the opposition at the time were seeking power aggressively. I remember Lai Mohammed, the way Lai Mohammed, issued statement, and he issues the statement in a very punchy way that, he issues it in such a way that it will resonate with Nigerians. But unfortunately, the kind of opposition that we have right now, these are oppositions that they've gone to sleep. You understand? They are just sleeping. They really don't know what to do or how to do it. And some people have been blaming PDP. But I, as a political scientist, I won't really blame PDP. I won't really blame PDP. The reason why I won't blame PDP is that if you look at PDP, if you look at the structure of PDP, PDP is wired in such a way that they hold on power. PDP is a power party. When it was conceived, PDP held power. So their configuration is that of being in power. Their orientation is that of being in power, just like I'm trying to look for this, just like the DSS now. The DSS was created for regime protection, right? The DSS was created to protect the government, any government that is in power. So all of a sudden, the DSS now finds itself tackling terrorism, which wasn't there before, tackling banditry, which wasn't there before. So naturally, you will see that when it comes to regime protection, the DSS is very, very effective. But when it comes to tackling banditry, terrorism, the DSS is struggling. Because why? What the orientation of the organization is, their training, when they go to training, what they are teaching them, which the syllabus may still remain the same, the kind of training and everything is get towards regime protection. Protect the president, protect the governor, protect whoever needs to be protected, receive orders from the presidency. So everything is geared towards regime protection. But when Boko Haram came in, when these bandits, murderous bandits, when they came in, you see that the DSS have to come in to protect the country, but you see that the same DSS that is efficient in terms of regime protection is now struggling to tame bandits, to tame terrorists, because why? They are naturally not configured to. What they created them for is different. The orientation that they have is different. The training that they receive is different. So it is now that the DSS will be going through transformation gradually. And one of the things responsible for the failure is people that have been in DSS, that are career secret police officers. All their life, it has been centered towards regime change. So they are good at thinking strategically towards regime change. They are good at issuing commands towards protecting anything that has to do with regime change rather. So they are effective at that. For instance, it's as if you've been a science student all your life, you've been a science student, all of a sudden they now take you to commercial class. In the first years, for some years, you will be struggling to cope in that commercial class. You won't find it easy. It won't be easy for you to just cope in that commercial class. So to narrow it back, I've talked about the DSS efficiency, but it's just like an example where I try to break this analysis down for you. To now narrow it down, like to bring it back to the PDP. The PDP, since inception, when it was established, I think in 1998, the Aneni, Bode George and other, 1999, they grabbed power. So the PDP has never been in opposition. One. Two, the PDP did not foresee that it will spend 16 years in power. You remember the way they used to boast that we will spend 60 years in power. So that means that the PDP sees itself as the one and only choice for Nigeria, and definitely nothing can happen to its power base. But all of a sudden, from nowhere, the PDP was defeated without being programmed. So most of the people in PDP, and you know that when you lose power, you will lose steam. Power is magnetic. Success is magnetic. Power is like when you have a screw or any metal, and you are holding an iron. The way it will kind of like attach itself to it all of a sudden. That's how power is. Power is magnetic. Success is magnetic. That's why you see that people that are not powerful, they don't have friends. All of a sudden, if that person has power, it can be spiritual power. Maybe somebody just was able to identify a magic. It can be spiritual power. It can be fiscal power, which is money power. But you see that once somebody gets power, once somebody comes to that realm or that stage of power, you see that people will patronize the person more. The person will have more attention. The person will be elevated in the society. So power is magnetic. And it's not only power, success is magnetic. That's why you see that a man that is dirty, that doesn't have any money. I've told somebody before that do love really exists, right? Because if you pick twins, like two people that are twins, for instance, if I'm a twin and the twin, let's say in Yoruba land they call them Taiwo and Kehinde. So if Taiwo has the same face, the same stature, the same outlook as Kehinde, but Taye is rich, very rich, like has a good car, living fine, and so. But Kehinde is a truck pusher. They are the same image, the same physique, the same structure. You see that if Taye, that is rich, approaches a girl, that girl will give Taye attention, not because of his physique. The girl may like tall guys, but not really because of his physique, but because there are other things attached to that physique, whether the girl wants to acknowledge it or not. But if Kehinde, that is wearing bad bedroom slippers, approaches the same girl would say no, right? What that tells you is power is magnetic, success is magnetic, because Taye and Kehinde are born from the same womb. They have the same stature, they have the same physique, the same everything. It's just that Taye is rich, Kehinde is not rich. You understand? So power is magnetic. That's why when PDP lost power, they lost what? They lost steam. They lost that steam. Immediately PDP lost power. So when you are not prepared for something, and the way Nigerian politics is wired in such a way that you just have to enrich yourself, and you are no longer in power, definitely, and you are not prepared to be in the opposition, you will struggle and keep struggling. That is the disadvantage that PDP is having. So we don't have that opposition voice, that vibrant opposition that we have in the days of Lai Mohammed. We don't have it today. And the people that can even speak, that are vocal, most of them are either on the fence or they've gone to the APC. Number one, somebody like Ayodele Fayose, who is very vocal, who tends to be fearless, is now pro-Tinubu. Somebody like Nyesom Wike, who is a good orator, speak fearlessly, is now on the side of Tinubu. Somebody like Daniel Buala, who does all the oratory, is now on the side of Tinubu. Somebody like Reno Omokri is sitting on the fence. Somebody like Femi Fani-Kayode is now on the side of Tinubu. So I can go on and on. So you see that people that are political oratories, people that can speak. The only person you can find in PDP now is this Segun Showunmi. Segun Showunmi has the intention to become the PDP national chairman. Now, PDP national chairman, that alone have an effect on his own, because if Segun Showunmi becomes the PDP national chairman, is that paving way for an Atiku to be president, to be the presidential candidate? Because it is difficult for you to have the chairman from the south and you have the presidential candidate from the south. The balancing formula, and that was one of the things that created crisis for PDP when Atiku emerged. And the Wikes were saying Ayu should leave that position so that there will be a balance of power between south and north. The presidential candidate is seen as the leader of the party. Then the party chairman should come from the other zone. So it's always like a north-south divide. So if Segun Showunmi is hunting to be the chairman of PDP, does that mean that he's hunting to be the chairman of PDP because he knows that again Atiku will get the ticket of the PDP? So you see that, and if Atiku gets the ticket of the PDP, you ask yourself that what is the political value of Atiku? Will the North support Atiku or wait gently for Tinubu to use another 4 years so that they can have 8 years? So 2027 is going to be very interesting, because it's like these people are playing into the hands of Tinubu. At the end of the day, Tinubu may be the worst president Nigeria ever had, and it is tilting towards that direction. The only thing that I will not give him, I will not mark him as the worst, is that some of the things that happened during military is yet to happen. For instance, Abacha killed Ken Saro-Wiwa. That is something like that is yet to happen. So it will not be fair to Tinubu if we say that he is the worst. No, he's not the worst. It won't be fair to him. But in terms of some area, he has already beat, he has already received the medal. In terms of worst economy, worst economy, Tinubu has already received the medal. You understand that? In terms of economy, no president have ever made Nigeria worst. Nigerian economy worse like Tinubu. And it's not just making Nigeria economy worse, but make Nigeria economy worse in a very fast way. I think Tinubu will receive that medal of making Nigeria economy to be very worse in a very fast way. You know, in a way that is faster than expected. You know, when they say fast and furious, like it was so fast than expected. So you see that. But in terms of human rights abuse, Tinubu is still coming behind the likes of Abacha, you know. But the truth is, if Tinubu is not checkmated, he may catch up with Abacha and even overtake Abacha. That's the truth, because during Abacha's time, they don't charge people anyhow for treason. But now, during this Tinubu time, any little thing is treason. If you sneeze, it is treason. If you cough, it is treason. So they so much abuse the word treason that before, when people hear treason, they are always afraid. But then they've so much useless the word in such a way that when you hear treason, imagine and how does the word get useless? If you charge somebody for treason and the person gets bail, that means that the court has already seen that there's no major evidence. That's why the person is granted bail, because if you charge somebody for treason, ordinarily that person should not get bail at all, right? But if you charge somebody for treason and that person gets bail, that means that that's a sign that the case is not watertight. So if you charge this one for treason, he gets bail. You charge that one for treason, he gets bail. You charge her for treason, she gets bail. You charge him for treason, he gets bail. Then you have reduced the weight, the substance of that word treason in the mind of the citizen. So anytime you are charging people for treason, people don't see it as anything kind of like significant. That means you have useless the word. It's like you making a lion a goat. Treason is supposed to be a lion word, that when people see it coming, that when people hear it, it's like when you see a lion coming, you can't afford to take the risk, you know, because even the roaring of the lion is a big deal for you. But unfortunately, the way the Bola Ahmed Tinubu presidency is using the word treason is making it look like a chicken or a mosquito self. Because if you charge ordinary protesters, if you charge them for treason, if you now get wind that some boys in the military are planning to overthrow your government, what would you charge them for? Supernatural treason or extraordinary treason? What will you now charge them for? So you could see that the word treason is grossly being abused by the presidency, and that itself is a major problem on its own. So I believe that this 2027 is going to be very interesting because Tinubu is not performing. That's the truth. I won't lie to you. If I say Tinubu is performing, I won't sleep well at night. No. The performance of Tinubu has been a disappointment. I think most of the people that even overrated him are now biting their fingers. And I have to acknowledge Yoruba people sincerely. That was what was missing during Buhari's time when he was ruling in a very nonsensical manner. The North didn't come for him. But the protest against Tinubu started even in Yoruba land when they said Ebin Power. So shout out to Yoruba people. Give it up for Yoruba people. Yoruba people, should I say, are kind of like a bit cosmopolitan. That's why they can start Ebin Power even in Yoruba land. That didn't occur during Buhari's time, knowing fully well that his government was not a performing government. So I think we should give kudos for Yoruba people, to Yoruba people, for saying the truth when it is supposed to be said. That is it. But then again, if you look at it, that if the South, or should I say the opposition parties, if they are not playing their card well, and you need a party to emerge as president, definitely what that tells us is, if what is going on in the PDP continues, what is going on in Labour Party continues, it's automatically Tinubu will just become another president. He will become president for another term. Because if there is no cordialness in the party, that means you have just dashed him a second term. So that is the way I see it. Because if all these things continue, and if PDP by mistake go and bring Atiku, for me, I would have loved to give somebody like Atiku a chance. That okay, this man has been trying. Definitely he's going to have a blueprint. Let's give him a chance. But then my fear is, Buhari tried. He was contesting, recontesting. He cried. He said he was poor. He didn't have money. He went all out. And at last, Nigerians gave him the opportunity. At the end of the day, he made a mess of it. If there's one lesson I learned from the Buhari presidency, just one, the lesson is that people can use all their life to run after something. And at the end of the day, you give them that thing, they don't even know what to do with it. It is shocking. Because from the word go, you are running to be president. You are racing to be president. You contested first time, second time, third time, fourth time. And you now, it is not the day you won the election that they swore you in. No. They must have been giving you report briefs. You have like about 3 months or so before you were sworn in as president. And you used 6 months without appointing ministers. You remember during Buhari's time that he used 6 months without appointing ministers. So what that tells me is, oh my God. So that means that people could use their life, could use their resources, could even create a kind of like violence, could put people at risk, could make people lose their life. You remember the dogs and the baboons will be soaking blood, could make people lose their life, could make people sacrifice their money, sacrifice their time, their convenience. And at the end of the day, he gets that thing and he really doesn't even know what to do with it. Because if you have the opportunity to be president and you've been contesting. Is it that while you were contesting, let us just reason logically as polythinkers, right? Is it that while you were contesting the first time, the second time, the third time, you were not thinking of, okay, I will work with this person, I will work with that person. Okay, if I have this opportunity, I think this person will be good for this strategic ministry, this person will be good for that ministry, this person will be good for this parastatal. Is it that you are not thinking about that you'll be sworn in for a country with a volatile economy and 6 months there's no minister? During that process of being sworn in 6 months and there's no, please, if you are watching this video, do well to like this video. Please click the like button and do well to drop your comment. And if you are watching me for the first time, do well to click the subscribe button. So how do you want foreign direct investment to come in? If there's something in terms of foreign affairs, there's no arrowhead to relate with. There's no minister of power. There's no minister of petroleum. There's nothing. Nobody to relate with. So that was where the problem of the Buhari presidency, that was where it started from. That was the genesis. By the time he would appoint the ministers, things have already gone to almost ground zero for the Buhari presidency. So the way these politicians are going, they may eventually give Tinubu, if they don't get their acts together, they will give Tinubu an easy win, an easy second term. Please, if you are watching me, do well to like this video. Now, one thing that surprised me, let me use it to connect with it, that of Nyesom Wike. Right? Nyesom Wike today in Rivers State blast Governor Siminalyi Fubara. Boss Adebayo says, good evening, Deji. Good evening. Boss Adebayo, are you a man or woman? You know, I think Boss is mostly woman, right? Boss, are you a man or woman? Man or woman? Man or woman? Man or woman? Because I usually see your woman. Okay, God bless you. God bless you. Great to have you on board. Okay, and so I was talking about Nyesom Wike. I was in Rivers State today, and in his usual way, he tries to blast Governor Siminalyi Fubara. First, I think Nyesom Wike should realize something first to start with, which is Siminalyi Fubara, in the eyes of Nyesom Wike, is a small boy because Wike made him who he is. But the truth is, the office of the governor of Rivers State is greater than Nyesom Wike. God bless you, Notayo. What is his business with his age? Let him step down as minister. Exactly. God bless you for that point. You know, I was going there that the only thing giving Wike relevance is that appointment that he holds. And I will come to it, you know. Notayo, I think you are watching me for the first time, right? I'm here to see this name before. Notayo, are you watching me for the first time? Like this video, subscribe if you are watching me for the first time. Where are you watching me from? Notayo, I'm seeing this name for the first time. Are you watching me for the first time? Let me see if my memory is working accurately, you know. So first, I think the first way to start this conversation is, I think I've said it before, that let us first of all thank Nyesom Wike, because truthfully, it is not easy to make a star. In fact, nobody wants to make a star. That is the truth. So if somebody gives you opportunity to shine, that person has done well. You know. Yeah, Boss Adebayo, I know you are not watching me for the first time, but I just don't know whether you're a man or a woman. But there's a comment from Notayo, you know. So that's why I'm asking that. Is Notayo watching me for the first time? Then I I don't know the number you used to call me, Boss Adebayo. Sincerely, I really don't know, because I don't save any of those numbers, and a lot of people has been calling me, different people, different people, a lot of people, you know. So if anybody makes you a star, let us give kudos to the person, because it is not easy to make a star. So many people would have lobbied Nyesom Wike. He has so many choices. So if he now says, Fubara, come and be governor, let us thank Wike to start with. Because we live in a country whereby for some people for policemen, we've seen allegations on social media before that policemen will want to sleep with a detainee. I've read like 2 stories like that. It's not common, but I've read it before. We live in a world whereby lecturer will want to sleep with students. We live in a world whereby people, for them to give you a job as a lady, for them to give you a job, they will want to sleep with you. It's not that when they give you that job, it's not that you won't do that work. So they just want to sleep with you for you to get the job, but you still be coming to work. You'll be resuming at the right time, and you will still do that work. It's not that you are not qualified, but just for them to give you the job that you will be working every day of the week to earn your salary, they will still say they want to sleep with you. We live in a society whereby if people want to do little thing for you, some people expect you to be worshiping them. We live in a society whereby people talk down easily at people because they want to do little things for them. We live in a society whereby people literally turn themselves to a god because of little thing. So in that kind of society whereby everybody is calculative, almost everybody is exploitive, if you now live in such a society whereby everybody wants power, and out of all the people running the race for power, you now happen to be the choosing one, let us thank Wike, because Wike would have stepped on toes. It is not easy to make somebody a governor. Ordinary councillor of a locality, it's not easy to make somebody a councillor, not to talk of governor. Let's be sincere with ourselves. So Wike, for making Fubara governor, let us thank him. He tried. It's not easy. Fubara is not the most intelligent. Fubara is not the most qualified. Fubara has no special qualities that there's no other person that doesn't have it in Rivers State. He doesn't have any special stature or any special grace or any special qualification or anything that is extraordinary that nobody else have it in Rivers State. No, Fubara doesn't. So for that reason, if Wike now picks him, let's thank Nyesom Wike and let's have a grateful heart to Wike for at least making him governor. I think you should be grateful. Be that it may, that you made somebody doesn't mean you should turn yourself into a god. Boss Adebayo says, I heard Wike and Fubara are related. Most of them, they pick people that are related to them one way or the other. If you trace this Usman Ododo now in Kogi State, it will be related to Yaya Bello one way or the other. Maybe at the end of the day, if you investigate, maybe one of Yaya Bello's family, that Usman Ododo is now the husband of one of Yaya Bello's sister or something. That's how they often do most times. They just look for somebody that is not like their blood, but it's still their blood by virtue of marriage. And Bossa says Fubara was Wike's accountant general and they probably have a lot to cover up. Of course, like there's more secret in governance than openness. Any governance, you know, in any government across the world, there's more secrecy than openness. Governments across the world sometimes is being run like a secret court. That's the truth. Government is being run sometimes like a secret court. Even in US, for instance, there will be something between the Biden administration that they won't want it to leak out. They will just want it to be amongst themselves. If government is not run like a secret court, what the Nigerian government arrest Pidom? The document that you release is something that relates to the public. So you tell the public what is about there. It's just like me now, me telling Boss Adebayo something that pertains to her. Shebi is her life that I'm telling her. Why should that be an issue? But then government went after Pidom because they feel that this information shouldn't have been released. So sometimes government is run like a secret court. And definitely, you know, Bosa says Wike wanted to cover up, but it boomerang. Of course, you know, the way governance in Nigeria is run and the likes of Wike, you see, if Fubara decide to speak, I'm telling you, Wike will be a nobody. But Fubara may not want to speak because he may still have that grateful heart that not do. Now still my family one way or the other, and now he still make me. But if Fubara decide to speak, or you did you not notice that before the target of Nyesom Wike was to make sure that Fubara was removed. But immediately Fubara said he wants to probe Wike's government. Wike made a U-turn. He kind of like left his battle for God in quote and is now looking towards 2027 to take his pound of flesh. I don't know whether you noticed, Boss. Maybe you noticed that Nyesom Wike was going all out to impeach Fubara. But immediately Fubara said he wants to probe the government. Nyesom Wike calm down. He just calmed down. Cool. He's now looking towards 2027. So you will know that. And the way, so if you look at the lifestyle of somebody like Nyesom Wike, the way he likes to spend, you know, I've told you guys before that there are 3 spenders in the Nigerian political circle today. People that they can buy, if this my hanky is very strategic to them, this handkerchief, that they can afford to buy it. This handkerchief that, you know, is not worth much. They can afford to buy it 100 million naira from me if it is very important and strategic to them. There are 3 that are spenders. You know, it's one thing to have money. It's another thing to be a spender. We have Tinubu. We have Nyesom Wike. We have Godswill Akpabio. You see these 3. These are major spenders. People that can wake up today and spend 1 trillion naira. And they'll be like, this thing will make me go, but Odeshi will move. You know? Oh, it's the joy. You know, there are people like that. Why we have very conservative people that are very calculated, if I spend this 1 million now, hope my money will not finish. No, let me not spend. There are people like that. But there are people that are spenders. They don't care. And there are just 3 that I can point. Now, Wike, Akpabio, Tinubu. It's not like others don't have money, like Sanwo-Olu, Dapo Abiodun, name them. All these people, it's not like they don't have money. They have money. But are they spenders? Can they spend? No. You know? Also says yes, but ethnicity problems in Rivers State will make it difficult to deal with Fubara, who represent the Ijaws in the state, who have not ruled the state. You know that the something that they did today, it was Ijaw people that said they want to honor Wike. Maybe you are here to watch the video, and that's what I'm commenting on. You know, Ijaw people invited Wike that they want to honor him, just to show that Ijaw people are still behind him. You know, that Ijaw people are still behind him. But the truth is, you are seeking, when the election time comes, you are seeking power is different from you already have that power. That is where Wike may receive the shocker of his life. You are seeking power. You are looking for power, right? You want to be governor. It's different from you are already governor. And if you look at how ethnic politics is played, Ijaw people want power. They are already in power. They just want to consolidate. It's different from they are seeking power. Except Wike so decides to go and bring an Ijaw man as governor. That is when things may get a bit dicey. But the truth is, Fubara himself, it depends on how he can place his game. Just that the problem is in Rivers State, there's a lot of politically greedy people. You know, when you have a lot of people that are very self-centered around you, and you are now playing against a spender like Wike, who has enough resources at his kitty, who also has federal might, definitely you will be in problem. You won't find it easy. Let's be sincere with ourselves. It won't come easy, because Fubara may have the money. He's sitting on the money as governor, but he cannot spend like Wike. You know what they call akpa. Boss Adebayo will know what I'm talking about. Akpa. What you called akpa. You know? Akpa to come and nowhere anyhow. To man nowhere je. That's how somebody like Wike is. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. And Fubara is not such a person. So, as I was saying, let us first thank Wike for making Fubara go. But Wike himself should realize that the office of the governor is bigger than whoever occupies it. Fubara will come and go. That office will remain. Wike has come and gone. That office is remaining. Amechi has come and gone. That office is remaining. Peter Odili has come and gone. That office is remaining. In the next 100 years, people would have come and go. But that office will still be remaining. And if that office is still remaining, that means that the office itself is bigger than whoever occupies it. So, if Wike is not able to isolate Fubara from the office of the governor of Rivers State, it's a problem. Because if you are seeing Fubara as a boy, the office of the governor of Rivers State is not a boyish office. I hope you understand me. If you are seeing Fubara as a boy, the office of the governor of Rivers State is not a boyish office. It is an office that symbolizes the sovereignty and integrity of Rivers State. So if Rivers people decide that it is this DJ Shiki that used to constitute nuisance online, or it is Bobrisky. If Rivers people decide that it is Bobrisky that they want, you cannot denigrate Bobrisky, because you cannot denigrate the office of the governor. But I think Wike is failing in that regard, because what he does is, because Fubara is like his boy, Wike is not able to separate Fubara from that office. He usually fills Fubara with that office. And that is a problem. And I think the politicians in Rivers State should be able to caution Wike in that regard. That you cannot, in the process of denigrating Fubara, denigrating the office of the governor, a position you once occupied. And let's be sincere with ourselves. When Wike was governor, he was in charge 101%. He was in charge. You know, when they say you are in charge, you are a real governor. You do what you want to do. You take steps that you want to take. You take decisions that you think is best. You appoint and fire at will. You are 101% in charge. But you enjoyed your tenure. But then, you now want to be in charge in another man's tenure. Don't forget that you trained Fubara, and you didn't train Fubara to be a puppet, because you were not a puppet. You were not a puppet. The Jonathan family helped you. You are not a puppet. So you don't expect that Fubara will be a puppet, because the training he received from you is not to be a puppet. He didn't see you as a puppet while he was rolling with you. So you don't expect that Fubara will now be a puppet for you. No. And this thing that Wike is always saying, and he still said it today, that Fubara is ungrateful. Fubara is ungrateful. Alaye, but that Wike. Fubara, if he's ungrateful, he resembles you. He took after you. If there's anybody that is most ungrateful in this world, it is Wike. Wike is more ungrateful than Fubara, because Amechi made Wike. Wike fell out with Amechi. The Jonathan's family, President Jonathan in particular, intentionally made Wike governor to spite Amechi after dumping the political camp of Goodluck Jonathan. Today, is Wike still loyal to the Jonathans that made him governor? So if you are saying he is ungrateful, no. Have you looked at yourself? You are more ungrateful than Fubara. Let's be realistic with ourselves. You know, I've said that you should thank Wike for making him governor. It is not easy for you to look at somebody and say, oh yeah, you come. No, it's not easy. But then, you cannot say because you made somebody a governor, you now want to turn yourself into a god. No. You cannot take the position of God in Fubara's life, because when Jonathan, the Jonathans, Patience and Goodluck, when they made you governor, did they turn to God in your own life? When Amechi made you, did you allow Amechi to turn into a god in your own life? So I think the elders in Rivers State should be able to tell Wike, when they, when you give him the right response, he will keep quiet. He won't be saying some of those things that he's saying, because he has not seen somebody to give him the right response. That if you say Fubara is ungrateful, he took after you, are you grateful? PDP made you who you are, from local government chairman to minister to governor for 2 terms. The same PDP, you ruined his chances. Are you grateful? Let's be sincere with ourselves. The PDP, you made Fubara governor, which it shows like the wrong negative democracy that we practice. That one man will be boasting that he made a man governor in a democracy. That one weak meal. But let's agree that you made Fubara governor. The PDP that made you, are you grateful? People like Atiku have the opportunity to have crushed you. And I use my word intentionally, crushed you. Because when Atiku was vice president, people like Odili, who happen to be your own like political ancestor, we see Atiku and almost knee down because he's vice president, and Obasanjo gave him the opportunity to be a powerful vice president. Then Wike was local government chairman. Wike was local government chairman. So if Atiku is now contesting and God has elevated you to be governor, and you are now disrespecting Atiku, a man that has opportunity to have crushed you, imagine a vice president to a local government chairman. If Atiku knows that things will turn out like this, he would have crushed Wike as at when he was ordinary local government chairman. Imagine a local government chairman now to Kashim Shettima, the vice president. In fact, A vice president is too much, sef. A governor, even a strong commissioner, can crush a local government chairman, because he will go and table your matter to the people that will finish you. If a commissioner belongs to the right clique, he will finish a local government chairman. So, to the people that gave him opportunity to shine, is Wike grateful? The truth is, Wike also is not grateful. So, if you want to abuse Fubara, that is ungrateful, because Wike usually say that thing often and often. The question is, you, Wike, before you abuse Fubara as ungrateful, have you checked yourself? Are you grateful? Are you grateful? If no, then that means Fubara learnt from you. Fubara took after you. He learnt the act of being an ingrate. He learnt it from you. Because people that made you who you are not in the good book with most of them now. Amechi, you are not in good book. The PDP top guys, you are not in their good book. The Jonathans, you are not in their good book. And you have mouth to come and abuse Fubara that is ungrateful. Are you grateful? Are you grateful? You are not grateful. So when you think that maybe you've occupied that office before, and you are not denigrating the office of the governor, a position you've occupied before, and you won't allow anybody to denigrate that office where you are occupying it, you were earning your full respect. Fubara is there now. You are now denigrating that office. Does that make any sense? The reason why these things must not be tolerated, I will tell you, is because today, you may have a governor that you don't like, and you will denigrate that office. You will rubbish that office. You will put down that office. Tomorrow, you will now have a governor that you like. But then, that governor will also face denigration, will face humiliation. Because why? You have already sold office. For instance, if you have a president that is abusing human rights and you are supporting him, you are happy. For instance, Tinubu protested. Now, under Tinubu, you cannot protest. And you are supporting Tinubu that, oh, it is good that nobody should be allowed to protest. It's okay. Tomorrow, Tinubu will live there. You will have a president that you will not like, that you will now want to protest against. But because Tinubu have solidified no protest, by then, when you have a president that you don't like, you will not have a voice. So sometimes when you are killing other people's voice, you don't know that you are killing your own voice too. The day you will want to speak, you would have no voice. I'll give you an example. When this guy, when Godwin Obaseki is traditionally a PDP guy. An APC guy. Godwin Obaseki never for once thought anything can take him to PDP. So in the process of being governor under APC, if Godwin Obaseki has supported APC to ruin the electoral system, if he has supported them to ruin the electioneering process, if you have supported them to make Nigeria a one-party state, if you have supported them to ruin the opposition, that is how life would have evolved. You know, what makes God greater than man? What makes God greater than the prophets? All his prophets, whether Elijah, Elisha, you know, and this new generation prophet, whether Olukoya of MFM, Oyedepo of Winners, which I'm still coming to Oyedepo's birthday something, whether Adeboye of Redeem. One thing that God used to supersede, if you are watching me for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel, is that what he will do, he doesn't completely show it to whether people or his prophet. Because if God shows everything that he will do to his prophet, some of the prophets will challenge his godly status. Some of the prophets will declare themselves as God. But the reason why God is still God is because if he wants to do 10 things, maybe if you are a prayer warrior, he may reveal 2 to you. If you are his favorite prophet, maybe he may reveal 4 to you. If you are his paddy, maybe he may reveal 6 to you and no more. He will not reveal everything to you. That is what is still keeping God to be God. Now, relating it back to the political realm, if Obaseki had supported them to ruin PDP, thinking that he is traditionally APC and nothing can take him to PDP, if he has supported them to finish APC, to finish PDP, that is how life would have evolved. And all of a sudden, that PDP was his last hope. So if he have supported the wrong thing against PDP, he won't know that a day will come that he will need that same PDP. That is why it is good that in anything you are doing, just be fair. Because God is a God of wonders and justice. Just be fair. Anything you are doing, just be fair. You are conducting an election. If you are supporting them that IRF should not work, it's okay. IRF do not work. You are supporting it, you are justifying it. The day you will need an election that it is that IRF that would affirm and solidify your victory, because you have joined them to clamor that it doesn't matter, IRF should not work. That same IRF will not work. That is why it is always good to be fair. So if you are supporting Wike to denigrate Fubara because you feel you like Wike, the office of the governor would have been ridiculed, would have been turned to you know, I don't want to use a bad word, would have been greatly, you know, ridiculed. The day you now have a governor that you like, that governor will now amount to nothing. If you've rubbished the office of the governor and you are able to install another governor in 2027, that governor will be struggling to assert himself. That's why it is always good that you don't denigrate to a point whereby it will be difficult to regain the respect or the prestige. And that is what Wike is doing. Fubara is ungrateful, assuming but not conceding. If you are watching me for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Fubara is ungrateful, agreed. But there's nothing Fubara has done that Wike has not done before. So I believe that Fubara is a good student. That he truly learned from Wike and he passed. Because you cannot be assertive during your own time and you want Fubara that learn under you to be a mumu. No, he will not be a mumu. Because he didn't learn mumuship or mumuism under you. So for Nyesom Wike, for instance, to be saying that he has helped people, he has made people, who has Fubara made, I think it is a very illogical statement. Because if Fubara spent the amount of time that you spent in office, definitely he too will eventually end up making somebody a governor. And there's no way Fubara wouldn't have helped people. It may not have been opportune to help people significantly the way you have, because he has not have the power and resources like you have. So he may not be able to help people significantly, but bad as he bad, Fubara has helped some people to enter the civil service. It is help. He has helped brighten the political fortune of some people by making them commissioners. He has unilaterally made people commissioner. He has helped. It is a source of help. A source of great help for that matter. So you cannot say that who has Fubara helped? No. It's like you want us to write A for apple, A to Z, A for apple to Z. You now pair me with a nursery school student. The way I will be fast in doing A for apple, B for boy, C for cat, D for dog, will that nursery school student be that fast to catch up with me? The truth is no. The answer is no. That nursery school student cannot be that fast like me. So it is, I think Wike is beginning to act like a bad loser. The office of the governor of Rivers State, it is not hereditary. You have helped Fubara, fine. It was people too that helped you. So stop crying like a baby that they collected his biscuit. No. Because what Wike is doing is like he's crying. And some people, because they want to show allegiance to Wike, they will use money to buy airtime. Money to buy airtime on TV. The money that they could have used to create borehole. Some places in Rivers State do not have clean borehole. I've been there before. They can't use the money to do Operation Borehole in honor of Nyesom Wike, or they should dig borehole. They should use the money that they spend today to host Nyesom Wike. The money they use for Asue. If you are watching this video, please do well to like this video. And if you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe. The money that they use to sow Aswebi, Toka, Ashley, Bossa Adebayo, Jess, Danjuma, I see your comment. I'm still coming to them. The money that they use to sow Aswebi today, expensive Aswebi, the money that they used to collect is he musician or hype man? The money that they will use to collect canopy that they used to buy fuel, logistics, everything that they used to buy airtime on TV. That money, if they use it to declare borehole for rural Rivers people in honor of Nyesom Wike, would that money not have been impactful? Gallant cleaning and porter service, I see you. I'm coming to your comment too. And you guys should hold your spare phone or biro and paper. I will call the phone number. You guys can call me on WhatsApp. Let's pull the thing. Some of you already have the number, but I will call it in a few minutes time. So if they use that money to declare borehole in Rivers State in honor of Wike, now the money, the millions that they've spent have waste. They just want to show allegiance. But that money could have been put to good use in the true sense of it, instead of that show off. You came to Rivers State, you do rally. You guys were praising yourself. The truth is, the governor is still the governor. Do rally from now till next year. The governor is still the governor. That's the truth. So the money that could have been used to help Rivers people, they are using it to buy airtime on TV, playing politics round the clock. Let Fubara rest. Oga, when you were governor, you enjoy your time. Leave the boy alone. Let him enjoy his time. You enjoy the full privilege of office. You enjoy all the right and privilege, all the respect of office. For 8 years, nobody dictate to you. Leave Fubara alone. let him to enjoy his time. If you feel you've made a mistake, and see, the worst part is these people are not fighting because of Rivers people. They are fighting because Fubara is ungrateful. Fubara is not loyal. Fubara did not follow, what we said he should follow. That's why they are fighting, not because of Rivers people. If Fubara has been a loyal boy, if Fubara has been a yes sir boy, go and appoint that person. Yes sir. Include this amount of money. Include this amount of money in the budget. Yes sir. Go and sack that person. Yes sir. Wike would not have been complaining. So this doesn't have anything to do with Rivers people. It is just ego. Gallant says Wike remains the most influential politician in Nigeria aside Mr. President. Imagine the allocation Wike is collecting in Abuja with easy approval from Senate and President. My dear brother or sister, Gallant Cleaning and Porter Service. Wike became powerful because people allowed him to breathe. If you born a child and you suffocate that child will not grow to be an adult. If when my mother gave birth to me, they have covered my nose just for 120 seconds and they have covered my mouth, I won't grow up to become an adult like this. I would have been long gone. So why is he frustrating Fubara? He became influential because people gave him the opportunity to be influential. See, in life, it is somebody that God will use for you. In fact, some of you watching me, somebody was your destiny helper. If you are abroad today and you japa, that person that treated your visa application and gave you that visa is your destiny helper. Is that person that God used for you. If you are a graduate today and you are using that certificate to work, when your paper got to the board, that is the admission board in the university, when your JAM, everything, go to the faculty meeting or the departmental meeting, that person that said, let us pick this person or approve this person, those that agreed, those are your destiny helper. It is somebody that God will use for you. If you are working today and you have a good job, that job, after they've done interview for you, those people that said, let us give this thing to this person, those are your destiny helper. So everybody has their destiny helper one way or the other. If you look at your life very well, you did not get to this stage only by your own hard work. God have used some people for you. It may be your mother, it may be your father, it may be your brother, it may be your wife, it may be your husband. So in the life of Fubara, Wike, God used Wike, but God also used some people for Wike. God also used some people for Wike. Did he allow them to give him the treatment that he is giving Fubara? I don't like when people, to buttress Toka Ashley, when people see themselves like a mini god. No. Fubara would have been a good boy if Wike just wakes up today and see, Nigerian politicians don't know how to play the politics the right way. Somebody is your political boy. You want the whole world to know that you are in charge. His appointees will not respect him. He will speak. So some of the things that they are supposed to take to him, they will take it to you. You won't send them back to him. You will welcome them. What do you think Fubara will do? Somebody like Nyesom Wike maybe do not know how to play hide and seek. If Tinubu do not know how to play hide and seek, he would have fall out with Fashola. There are some level of, for instance, If there's a governor in a state and the governor is not free to appoint, the governor is not free to spend money, you, Wike, you are the one that appointed your person as Attorney General. You are the one that appointed your person as Commissioner of Finance. You are the one that, imagine, key strategic position, CSO, all these things. No. At least you should give the governor to some leverage. If you appoint Commissioner of Finance, at least let the governor be able to appoint Commissioner for Works. Or let him be able to appoint Attorney General. So when you are overbearing, it will naturally be a problem. I can't imagine myself being a governor and I don't have some level of respect or a level of command. No. Like I said, it is God. God used some people for Wike. That is the truth. So the people that God used for Wike, did Wike turn them into God and start worshiping them? You know? There's Danjuma, you are correct. And when Fubara says spies in his cabinet, of course, there are spies everywhere, because if everybody there are appointed by Wike, if you sneeze, they will call Wike. You cannot hold business meeting. They have already called Wike. Wike is expecting that you must come and be worshiping. No, let's be sincere with ourselves. Let's be sincere with ourselves. The people that helped you that you are watching me, all of you, the people that have helped you, if some of them are doing the way Wike is doing, you yourself, you would have done worse than Fubara. Let us start with ourselves. You would have done worse than Fubara. So this denigration of the office of the governor is what I don't find funny. I don't. Because, like I said, human beings will come and go, but that office remains. And I gave you an example of Godwin, right? Obaseki. That today, you have a governor you don't like, you want to ruin that office. If you have joined, another instance is the people that are joining the likes of Oshiomole to ruin the office of the governor in Edo State because they don't like Obaseki. Now they are in charge. They will swear in Monday Okpebolo. But the office has already been denigrated. So that's why it is always good to be fair. When you join people and you are joining them to destroy an institution, you are joining them to destroy a sensitive office, you don't know what life will bring your way tomorrow. Just as Obaseki had to seek refuge under the PDP. If you have joined APC to turn Nigeria into a one-party state, if you have joined APC to ruin the electoral system, that is how he would have followed with Oshiomole and find himself running to PDP. If you are watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel. So the number you can call if you want to call in and make your contribution is +55. Some of you already have the number, but let me just call it for people that don't have. WhatsApp only, +55 13 99 666 6361. Again, the number is +55 13 99 666 6361. Let me call this slowly. +55 13 99 666 6361. If you want to call him or you missed any part of the number, drop it in the comment section. I will call it again. And if Wike wasn't appointed by Tinubu, you see, in Nigeria, it is always some of these people following Wike. If Wike is not the minister of FCT, some of them will not follow him. It's because Wike is still occupying a position of power. He has federal might and he still has money at his disposal. Ordinarily in Nigeria, it is always very easy for governor to rubbish their predecessor, because their predecessor doesn't have any power. It doesn't have any link. It doesn't have any clout. So it's always easy for them to rubbish him. That's the truth. But what is still making Wike, if Tinubu does cabinet reshuffle and he sacks Wike, which he won't, I can assure you he won't, because he still wants Wike to repeat what he did in 2023 by causing problem in PDP. You remember Akpabio said it, that they still need Wike, that in fact they will pray that Wike should still cause another problem in 2027 so that APC can have a easy win. Some of you will remember that the Senate president made that statement. So for political gain, he cannot sack Wike. Although Wike, from what I'm hearing, that he is performing. You know, on this platform, we'll say it as it is, or as God has helped us to see it. We don't hate anybody. When I first started, I said, let us praise Wike for making Fubara governor. It's not easy. Because in a country whereby nobody wants to help anybody, let us praise Wike. But at the same time, it is wrong for him to turn himself into a god. But from what I've been hearing, they said Wike is performing. He is transforming Abuja. So based on that, kudos to Wike. You understand? Kudos to him. So if Tinubu did not sack him, we can't say it is just purely for political reasons. Wike himself is a performer. At least if the performance of other governors is anything to go by. But all this one whereby you distract the governor cannot eat, the governor cannot sleep. The real losers are the ordinary people in Rivers State, and godfatherism ruins government. For instance, last December, Fubara gave, I think, each civil servant 100,000 naira as bonus in December. If Fubara has been feeding the pocket of Wike and some of these godfathers in Rivers State, he wouldn't have such money to give them. Even if he wants to give them, they can stop him and say, which money are you giving them? You don't give them anything, don't worry, you will win. Like I usually say, that if Sanwo-Olu is a man of himself in Lagos, he would have performed better. But when you have godfather, especially greedy ones, you are bound to be paying debt of gratitude, because they will make you realize that they made you who you are, and for you to continue being who you are, it has to be them. So the loyalty you are ordinarily supposed to have for the people will go to those godfathers. That's the truth. It will naturally go to those godfathers. That's why I don't support that godfatherism should be tolerated. In fact, it should be resisted to the last. And I hope that Edo people will shine their eye. And I think Oshiomole will naturally be resisted from being a godfather, despite the fact that APC, according to INEC, won that election. The reason is that Oshiomole didn't bring Monday Okpebolo. It was that his deputy that Oshiomole wanted to make governor. But the likes of Ize Yamu and some other APC guys, they what will I call it? They protested against Oshiomole. Some of the APC guys, Ize Yamu and some others, and they had their way. So Monday Okpebolo was the candidate of the likes of Ize Yamu, another top APC guys. So they use that deputy to calm Oshiomole down and to make the party united. If not, Oshiomole has already lost out. in the power play in Edo State. He has already lost out. So based on that, the power block that produced Monday Okpebholo as APC candidate against the wish of Oshiomole, that power block will not allow Oshiomole to lord over them. Because why? They are the real ones in power. The office of the deputy governor is a weak one in Nigeria, unfortunately. A very weak one. You function and prosper according to how the governor wants you to prosper. If you are watching me, please do subscribe to my channel. Take a moment to subscribe. Sorry, please. As a deputy governor, you will only be useful to the extent at which the governor wants you to be useful. So the power block that produced Monday Okpebholo, which is not the power block of Oshiomole. There are two power blocks. Oshiomole was having a disagreement with Eze Iyamu. Eze Iyamu is naturally a strong politician. He was even part of the people that produced Oshiomole as governor, that brought him into the politics of Edo State. You know, Oshiomole was maybe in Kaduna or something, was a tailor or something like that, you know, labor leader. Some of the people running Nigeria today are the greatest opportunists. Unfortunately, they have the opportunity, and this is what they've turned Nigeria into. So they brought Oshiomole because he already has that public, you know, that public appeal. They think he will be a sellable candidate. It was the likes of Eze Iyamu that brought Oshiomole. They've seen him that be like just like Atiku. When you over contest, you lose political value. That's why if a party uses you twice, they will naturally want to use another person so that they give the party a fresh face. It will be like a fresh idea. You know? Toka Ashley says the funny thing about the Edo APC is that they just united temporarily to take power from a month, and you will see what will happen in Edo State. Watching me from. I've been seeing your comments in a while. I know you are not the first time. I remember you very well. Right? Ashley is female. Because most of my viewers are male. Why are you watching me from, Toka? You've spoken wisely. Is the power block of Oshiomole presented himself as an omega. And these guys knows the person Oshiomole is, so they rebelled against him. For instance, when Tinubu entered, Oshiomole presented himself as the person that have all the say in Edo State. If you are watching me, please like this video and please help me press that love icon. You can't see that love icon. There's a love icon like that. You know, if you guys press it, I will be seeing it here. Help me like this video. Help me. If you are watching me for the first time or you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe so that there's one love something, that love logo. If you are seeing it on to be tapping it, it makes sense, please. So somebody like Oshiomole know that is desperate for power, but these guys feel that you 8 years, you forced Obaseki on us, you are already a senator and about yourself, so we cannot allow you. So the APC guys rebelled against Oshiomole, all of them, majority of them, if I can use that word. They rebelled against Oshiomole. After rebelling against Oshiomole, and the 7 network is shaking. I think it's only your side. Boss Adebayo, can you hear me loud and clear? Toka Ashley, am I very audible? And Gallant Cleaning and Porter, Jess Danjuma. I need you guys to drop a comment. Can you hear me loud and clear? Because ND77 says the network is shaking. So I want to confirm whether it is from me or from him. But I believe it is his network. Okay. Dr. Ashley, are you saying yes to... Okay. Boss Adebayo says very clear. And she says the love logo is not visible except one presses the three dots at the top right hand side of the phone. Okay, the love logo. Okay. Boss Adebayo, since you have been able to locate the love logo, you know, at least help us press and small. Make so that other people will get to see this broadcast. You know, when you press it, that means you are telling YouTube that okay, this thing is good, so it will be recommending it to people. Yes, Danjuma says as Gallant is it that what you pray? I don't know. As Gallant, is that what you are praying for? Although Nigeria will always, I don't get the context of that statement. Just Danjuma and Controvert Tube. Yeah, hello, Controvert Tube. I'm seeing you for the first time. Are you just watching me for the first time? Controvert Tube. You know. So they know that Oshiomole presented himself as a face of Edo State. You know, it was from what one chieftain I've said on TV on Arise News that Oshiomole was brandishing himself as the political lord of Edo State. That was saying if anybody wants to do something that is the key to the president's heart, is the friend of the president. You know, he was portraying himself as the political image of Edo State. So these guys were saying that this Oshiomole that is not educated, that we gave opportunity, why is he behaving as if he is the Lord over we that gave him the opportunity? Controvert 2. Okay, you are watching me for the second time. God bless you. I hope you subscribe to my channel. If you are watching me and you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe. Kuzayed Esra says, good evening, sir. This Kuzayed, I've not seen your name before. Are you watching me for the first time? Kuzayed, you know, I think you are watching me for the first time. Am I correct? I have not seen this name before because I used to familiarize myself with my viewers. I have not seen this name before. Where are you watching me from? Kuzayed. God bless you. Thanks for joining. You are not watching me for the first time. Okay. Where are you watching me from? God bless you. Abuja, okay. You are closer to the seat of power. Greet Tinubu for me. Greet Egbon for me. Greet Tinubu. Tell him I'm saying hi. That is disappointing, that he's not performing. Tell him his brother. Tell him his brother, Dr. Deji. Omoshola Deji. Says you should greet him. That is not performing, and not this one that they are abusing the word treason. That they should stop. Any small thing, treason. You sneeze, treason. You cough, treason. Let me tell Bodabola, tell my brother Bodabola. Tell him his brother Deji. Say you should greet him. That he should behave himself. He should stop releasing that ship. Because now the most used word in Nigeria is hardship, hardship. You open newspaper, hardship. You open TV, hardship. Social media, hardship. Everywhere, hardship, hardship, hardship. Not that you wish you can tell him. Make sure you tell him. I say you don't want to deliver my message. So let me tell Bodabola, you are closer to him. You know me, if I shout here, he won't hear. I'm very far from him. So go to your window side and do like the way they used to do in the ghetto. Kuzayed, go to your window and shout, Bodabola, your brother Deji said you should reduce hardship, that everywhere all they are saying is hardship, hardship, hardship. Oh yeah, do that. You will see that Bodabola will hear you. I'm watching you, Kuzayed. You come and tell me that you've done it, but it's a lie. You didn't do it, Yeah. Go outside, go and scream by your window and shout, Bodabola. You see that Bodabola will hear. because I know it doesn't have ear infection. It was Buhari, Mr. Kogbon Kokon, that said he has ear infection. What Bodabola has is over money sickness. You know that when you have too much money, you will get sick. It's over money sickness. You see the way your brother Akpabio. What state are you from? Kuzayet. What state? Which state are you from? Because you see what your brother Akpabio did. He read money. He got confused. He said, "This money is too much for me." Hey, how much I don't read for my life? Yeah, how much? Some of us don't count. And the 77, I don't know what you are saying. Say, please ask him to resume the volume. Which volume? And the 77, Are you sure you are? I'm being reluctant not to recommend that you should smash that phone, and the 77. You are pushing me to that recommendation, no. But then, Tinubu has deal with everybody. And the 77, if I say you should smash that phone now, you will cost me. Because Sapa is real. Sapa is so real. You know, I saw it on social media where they said, if you are watching me for the first time, please subscribe to this channel. Where they said, how to survive in Tinubu government. Make sure you don't fall sick. Make sure you don't lose your phone. Make sure you don't have police case. Just be doing jeje lome konlo. See which language be this? Kuzayet, is it you? This one is showing like Russian language. Kuzayet, is this you? Because the thing is also showing K. Or who is this person? I feel like removing this person, but I don't know if it is Kuzayet. So I don't want to remove Kuzayet. But this person, his name is also showing K. Maybe some of you can see it in the comment section. Not you. Please, write in English, or if not, I will remove you, because we don't know whether you are cursing our father or mother now. Write the language that we understand, though. But if you are cursing our father or mother, Holy Ghost fire. Jesdan Juma says, Kaduna people get liver. Which Kaduna people? Okay, now Aka. Boss Adeba, let me remove him. God bless you, boss. Aka, you are crazy. Aka for where I user on this channel. Weary. Get out from here, nigga. Aka, you see, God bless you, boss. You want to now you the enemy, now you the same come. That's why I usually tell people that if you're on a platform, some people they can tune in when you were talking against Tinubu. For instance, now that Aka now may be a Wike boy. You know that I just finished flogging Wike. If he tuned in while I was criticizing Wike, he won't have the patience to come and tune in another time. He would think, these are one of the enemies of my Oga. I must bring the platform down. You understand? But he won't know that I have first of all praised Wike. That's the problem of some of them. He won't know that this person is being objective. But maybe he tuned in while I was criticizing Wike. He would think, this person is an enemy of Wike. That's how Nigerians are. But God bless you, Boss Adebayo. God bless you. So, let me call the WhatsApp number again. Some of you, if you want to call me, before I go to another topic, how much time have I used, sir? Because I'm timing myself. Maybe I want to speak about this VDM and Bobrisky, but then I want to speak about this Pastor Oyedepo that clocks 70. I have some things to say as regards, religion in Nigeria. But if you want to call in, the number is +55 +55 13 99 666 6361. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp +55 13 99 666 6361. Again, +55 13 99 666 6361. Boss Adebayo says, please talk about Papa. Are you a Winners? Do you go to Winners? Boss Adebayo, do you go to Winners? Are you what do Winners people call themselves? Do you go to Winners? If you go to Winners, if you have my WhatsApp number, call me, come and tell me what you think about your pastor's birthday before I talk my own. Boss Adebayo, if you I don't know what Redeem call themselves, Redeemers, right? I don't know what Winners call themselves. There's something they call themselves. I've forgotten. You know. Do you attend Winners Chapel? If you do, call me on WhatsApp. Come and tell me what you think about your Geo's birthday first. I'm a Christian too, right? He said he was your boss in Canaan land. He was your boss in Canaan land. Okay. Wait, is it Lady B that is boss at Adebayo? Oh, let me pick up. Hello, Lady B. Good evening, ma.
Boss Adebayo.
Okay, are you the boss? I didn't know. I didn't know it's you. I swear, I didn't know. I thought it was another person because I'm used to.
No, I have two phones.
To the Lady B.
I have two phones, so I want to receive call from other people when you are on.
I didn't know. I swear to God, I didn't know. I just saw. I saw Boss Adebayo, so I thought it was just maybe one of my loyal viewers. I didn't know it's you all along. I couldn't have guessed it's you. Even when you said you called on my program last week, I went through the call. I didn't see any Boss Adebayo. I saw your calls like Lady B, but my mind didn't go there that okay, maybe it is this woman, you know. Great to have you, man.
Well done for what you are doing.
Yes, ma. Do you still attend Canaan land? Do you still attend Winner?
Yeah, we have. Of course, there are churches here in London. Winner is here in London.
Okay, so
yes, even one just close to my house here.
Okay, do you attend Winner's Church in London?
For a while, I've not been now. Anyway, but I do online.
But you do
Canaan land directly.
Okay, you do online for Canaan land directly. Okay, what do you think about? You said you've worked under him before, right? So
yes,
it will be great to hear from you. What do you think about the whole birthday? These luxury cars, 1 billion donation, everything pertaining the birthday. What comes to your mind? Like, how do you see it? So I want to hear from you before I say my own. You understand? But that's the essence of politicking, right? Let me hear from you. What, in all honesty, like what you naturally feel or how you see it naturally from your innermost mind. You know, thank God you are a returning viewer. You know, on this platform we don't abuse, we don't criticize. So you are free to say your mind the way it comes to your mind. Nobody will abuse or criticize you, and if anybody abuse, I will remove the person. That's the law. Yeah, we don't abuse. So feel free. What do you say about this whole birthday something, and how does it eat you? How does it comes across to you?
He deserves more than what he even got. He deserves more than that because he has impacted a lot of lives in Nigeria, in the whole world, not Nigeria alone, but people don't know. You know, before, just not long until recently, he doesn't talk to the press. Winners don't talk about what they do. But somehow, after a few years ago, he started reading about winners in newspapers, online. If not before, he doesn't do that. Oyedepo, I will tell you one thing. I've been in winners. I joined in 1996, February. That's when I've been in winners. And it's been a great work with God through him. When I joined winners, before then, I used to be in Deeper Life. Oyedepo invited me, and I went for a program. I liked the teaching, and I started attending the church. My husband was still going to Deeper Life. But when I joined Bishop Oyedepo, when they commissioned Canaan Land, I was among the first teachers at Faith Academy that was in Canaan Land in 1999. And my husband, who has been going to Deeper Life, one day he went to church with me. He looked at me and said, "You are a very selfish wife. So this is what you have been enjoying, and you didn't tell me all these years." I said, "You said because I like fashion. It's because of fashion I go there." Now you see. And then she changed. I started fellowshipping in Winners Chapel. So there are so many parts to Oyedepo that people don't know. You just see say, "Oh, winners is this, is that." No. Can you believe it that if you remember the Koma people that were discovered in the military era in old Gongola State, Koma Hills, that they said they were not wearing clothes, they still go naked in Nigeria. Do you know after government discovered them, they didn't do anything for this community? It was Bishop Oyedepo who built a school for them and sent teachers there, paid the teachers, built a health center for this community. And the children, he trained them up to university level, at least the first one that were there. And I remember in 2004, these children had made an album. That is one part of his charity work, which nobody ever knew in Nigeria except you were a member of Winners Chapel. You never knew he did that charity. Maybe the government has taken over those schools now, the school and the health center now, I don't know, but as at like 2005, it was still Bishop Oyedepo who was, we were sending donations to them. Then we have, I work with the WMA, that's what they call the World Mission Agency. When you are in the staff, the pastors, the teachers, they are under World Mission Agency. My career, I was a teacher in Nigeria. My best time as a teacher was when I taught in Faith Academy. Ask me why. I got everything I needed. Instructional materials that I needed to use to teach. I got my pay as at when due. And then, what I never experienced, many of us, in December, we get double pay. We are paid 2 months' salary for Christmas. And every Christmas, Bishop Oyedepo will give us a family dinner. We have a family dinner, all the staff with him. So, there are so many things. How many will I say? Scholarship. What about scholarship to children? So many. If you watch the day one of the birthday, you will see all the children he gave scholarship. They were coming out in Covenant University and Landmark. But even before Covenant University and Landmark, even before Faith Academy, he had been giving scholarship to children. But people don't see all this. When they want to say, "Oh, he built schools," his staff, his members cannot attend the school. But you don't always tell us, you cut your coat according to your cloth, not your size. If your child cannot go to Covenant University or Faith Academy, let him go to a school that you can afford. It is not in the name of the school. It's his children. Only his last born attended Faith Academy. And none of them came attended the Convener University. So when people criticize him, he's a very difficult man to understand. You can't read him. It's a book.
I want to ask a question. Are you saying that you are in support of church building a school? Thank God you are a teacher, right? Or should I say retired teacher, and I am an academic, so we should be able to understand ourselves a little bit. Are you saying that school can be built when the people that their money or their name was used to build it cannot attend such schools? For instance, the missionaries, when they came into Africa and they were kind of like building some of these missionary schools, mostly primary and secondary schools that we have around that belongs to the missionaries. Those schools were built in such a way that you don't have to be the daughter of a chief then in the olden days before you can attend the school. You don't have to be the son of the Oba before you can. You don't have to be privileged. The school was done non-profit in such a way that they use. In fact, the school were running at a loss in the true sense of it, because the money that was used to build those schools wasn't acquired back compared to what the school was charging at that time. So the aim of the missionaries in the olden days was to provide education. So those schools were not for profit, and some of those schools were built in a good way that they exist till date. So if missionaries that brought Christianity into Nigeria and Africa at large, if they brought it, and as at that time, because building universities wouldn't have been relevant because there was no level of education at all. So the one they can provide is to push people through primary school and secondary school. So if the missionaries made the school available for all, is it right that those that took over from the missionaries that sold the idea, those that now took over from the missionary, is it right to build schools that the Christianity that was sold to the Christians now cannot afford it? Like, do you think that is right?
Okay. Can I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am.
For your information, what was the original aim of the missionaries for establishing schools? Is to provide interpreters and clerical staff. That was why they established school. Then I want to tell you what Nigerians don't know. Church in the UK is charity work. So those schools you said they built was part of the charity they came to do in Africa. And the Charity Commission in the UK, although they get money as charity, they are funded. It's not like Nigeria. Nobody funds anybody in Nigeria. So they are funded to build those schools. They are not spending the church money that they establish. They were spending grants from the UK or what, charity grants, which they used to fund the school, which made it easy for them to pay teachers' salaries. There's no way Oyedepo will build a school and say, okay, everybody come and pay like the state school. Teachers, he had the best of teachers. When he selected all the teachers that he had, at least in Faith Academy, they were from all over Nigeria, from all the schools that you can talk about. They were the one experienced teachers. Like by the time I left, I was on level 12 in Lagos State. So for me to go and start fresh, you can know how much I want as my pay, because I didn't just go as a member, because I went as a professional, and I want my wages to be equivalent at least or more than what I get from government, because it's not pensionable. Yes, as a data, it's not pensionable. So it's like a private sector. So if he wants to make it run like a charity, how will he pay teachers? How will you get qualified teachers to work in these schools? These are the things people are not thinking about. They are just like normal private school, and the school should be able to fund itself. Then the schools he built, people are saying church member. It's not only church members. People, I remember when he started Covenant University, the Oba of Mushi gave a lot of mattresses to the university, donated to the church, to the university. So it's not only winners who built those things. So that is just it.
Okay.
That's my own answer to it.
Idea,
yeah, it's not a charity. If schools are not charity, they are not funded by the charity, whatever in Nigeria, or charity from abroad.
I have an idea, ma. If churches in general, almost all these big churches, they have universities. MFM have Mountain Top, Redeemers University, and first. The thing is, should we say that, okay, let us look at the influence of pastors. If those schools, maybe Mountain Top universities, Redeemers universities, first, we need to agree that they are being run like for profit. Because if you look at the amount they are charging and how much it really takes to maintain the school, there will still be enormous profit. Because they are charging like other non-faith schools, other schools that are non-faith. So that means that they are running it like for profit. But if it is run like not for profit, don't you think some of these pastors are so influential that if they say that, okay, we need so things to keep the school going, that we are charging this school as not for profit, that if God touches your heart to donate, don't you think that people would naturally fund the school and keep it going? Let's say the school fees in Covenant now is reduced to 100,000 naira. For instance, I can tell you as an academic that the university system is a very large system. You will have the diplomas, the degrees, the postgraduate diploma, the masters, the PhDs, the sandwich, or is it CESAP, sandwich program, which they call part-time. And you will have different faculties. And you can even duplicate the faculties such that if you have biology, you have biology education. If you have political science, you have political science education. So that is like a direct duplicate of all the courses that you are having. Then you recruit educationists to teach them the education aspect of those courses. So if, let's say, the school fees in Covenant is 100,000 naira and it is running, do you think that Covenant would not survive in the true sense of it? And if announcements are being made that, okay, this is the account number of Covenant University and there are people that are ready to give 1 billion, 2 billion, do you think that Mountain Top University and Redeemers University, if their school fees with the amount of students they have, do you think that if the school fees is 100,000, do you think those schools won't survive? That they have to charge like an exorbitant price, so much so that the ordinary people can't afford it? Do you think it is logical in that manner that if they don't charge those prices, the school will not survive? And the kind of money that Christians, I am a Christian too, but I'm just asking some of these things that I've thought about. It's not that maybe I have anything against winners or MFM. No, I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian all my life. But some of these questions begs for answers, in the sense that some of these large offerings, for instance, if you go to Redeem during their convention or their Holy Ghost night or something, you see Sea of Heads. The money that is being made from there, I know that they will fuel gen, they will pay some workers, but the money alone, there's still large profits coming from use, and they call for donation. Do you think that these schools will not survive? Do you think these schools will collapse in the true sense of it?
No, not survive, because Nigerians don't give. I will shock you now.
Okay.
After this man died, what is it that died in Wigwe?
No,
Wigwe.
Okay,
no,
Wigwe.
the Access Bank man.
Access Bank, yes.
I was checking about him online, and I found out that he had a charity where he built schools, especially in the north, in Kano area and so on. Do you know that every year Access Bank comes to England as a charity, that they have a charity that is building schools for Nigeria? They come to do horse racing in Ascot. Why do you think they come? Because they register themselves as a charity organization, and they will get grants and donations from the UK, which they spend. But some of they will say, oh, Access Bank is building free school for people. No, they say they came to do launching in the UK, but as a charity. And because they are registered as a charity, of course, they will get funds. They'll be funded from here in the UK. And when they build the free school, people will say, look at you, Zenith Bank, you can't build free school. Access is building free school for people. There are a lot of things happening. Nigerians don't give. If they give, he wouldn't need to come. They play polo in Nigeria, don't they? He wouldn't need his polo match that they come to play every year. Summertime, they come. And Nigerians will still come with them. Some of the Nigerians will see. But if they do such a thing in Nigeria, they won't give, because if you donate tomorrow, EFCC will come knocking at your door. Some of them, they rather prefer to do such things outside Nigeria than to do it in Nigeria. So there's no way they will build those schools. They need money for research, for so many things in the university, to run the university. Thank God you are in the system. It's not easy. Government is not supporting them in any way. So they are just on their own, whatever they want to do. And there are conditions they must meet for their courses to be, what do they call it now? Accredited. So they need money, they need fund. That's what I know, really.
Okay, ma.
And the lecturers, you want to attract a lecturer or a professor from Unilag to come and teach in your school, you must pay well. If you don't pay well, you won't get lecturers.
Yes, ma. If Wigwe, as a banker, calls for donation, he may not get maybe plenty people to turn up. But if pastors, the way we know how religious Nigerians are, for instance, a person would rather go and pay tithe than to give you money to feed. We are all Nigerians. We know the way some Nigerians behave. Some Nigerians will find it difficult to help their driver that is lacking, that doesn't have more than 2 clothes, that he doesn't have a roof over his head. They will refuse to help that driver, yet they will go and be paying tithe. So we know Nigerians are overly religious.
Because they think they are trading with God, that if you sow to the kingdom of God, God will bless them. They are doing trade by barter. Many of the Christians in Nigeria. They don't give because they love God. They give because they know, if I pay my tithe, yes, I will do this. Or if I sow a seed, I will get. You hear from their testimony. They will say, when I sowed this seed, God did this for me. This is the trade and barter they are doing. The pastors don't force them to do it. They do it willingly. So if they do something, they do willingly. It's not that they are forced to do it.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, if pastors now ask for donation, do you think, using the Wigwe example, do you think it is good enough to equate it to pastors based on the way Nigerians give? And let's say that if it will take each student 100,000 naira to run as school fees to run the university effectively, and make it a not-for-profit, a real not-for-profit, that the total expenses, money for fueling, money to pay lecturers, everything in a month, let's say amount to maybe 300 million. But by virtue of this 300 million, if we are to maintain this school, we will need each student to be paying, if we divide it per head, and let's say we still want to have a little change, some change. If students are now paying, let's say 150,000, we will get the 10 million that we need as running cost. Do you think that it will be wrong if these universities behave like that? Because right now, the schools are not running like not-for-profit. Because I can tell you as an academic that if you look at the amount that these schools are charging, take a look at how many students are in a department, 100 to 400 level. 100 level, how many students? Take a number of students in that department, go to other departments, sum it up by faculty, and now go to maybe diploma, CESAP, degree, master's, PhD student, sum everything up and look at their school fees. You will see that the running cost of those schools is nowhere near what they are earning. So I'm asking that, as a Christian-based school, should it be like that? Or you agree that it should be like, you should earn your running cost and not run at a loss, but you shouldn't be earning profit? Do you think it is right that way, or you think it is good to build the university and the university should also make profit? That's what I asked, ma.
Forget the profit. I've told you, Nigerians don't. What to say, if they want, how many of the universities have you seen Nigerians giving endowment fund? Rich Nigerians. I've read of a Nigerian from the north that is financing one university in the US. ABU is there, rotting. BUK is there. University of Abuja is there. He didn't do that. He didn't build anything for them. Nigerians, you don't understand. So if you say they are running, they can't be running at a loss. They need money. Universities need money for research, don't they? So the school fees alone is not even enough for them to do all the researches they need and all the materials they will need in this school. They have to be up to date like other universities. Look at our federal government universities and state universities, how they've gone down, because even the state, they are no more financing them because they say, they can't charge fees, they can't do this. For how long will that continue? And above all, Nigerians, anything that is free, they don't respect it. I would tell you, if you do something free, say you want to do free seminar, people will not come.
Just a moment. I need to address something. Akinwumi Fakolujo, please don't call people liar. Maybe you are just joining this platform. Please, I beg you in the name of God. We don't use abusive words here. You can make your contribution without passing derogatory remarks. People that are regular on this platform, they know I don't tolerate any form of abuse. Everybody in life cannot reason the same way, and it starts with our fingers. Our fingers are not equal. So what you see as 6, another person may see it as 9. So I don't like when people pass derogatory remarks, you understand, on other people because they are saying it the way they think is right or the way they see it, you understand. Even if I don't agree, I give people opportunity to hear their views, you understand, because we all cannot reason the same, and that's one of the integrity on this platform, in such a way that you know that you are coming to a platform that even if you disagree with the host, you can still hear your views and nobody will criticize you, unlike a one-way traffic platform that if you say anything contrary to the belief of the moderator of the platform, he will just start abusing you. So please, I appreciate your presence, Akinwumi, but don't use derogatory words or pass derogatory remarks. Please proceed, ma.
So they need more. Like these universities you are talking about, they have a lot of other facilities like medical centers. They will employ doctors, nurses, who will pay for them. So I don't really feel bad about it though, me as a person. Because like I said, when I went to teach in Faith Academy, I was earning 14,000 in Lagos State. And I had something higher when I got there. Plus accommodation anyway. Not just the salary, you have accommodation attached. So there are lots of things that people don't know. You say, those lecturers, they are all house, they have the accommodation in Canaan land. Even I'm sure it's the same thing at Mountain.
I want to ask about the issue of private jets and being Christ-like. Being Christ-like. And what Christianity is. Is it a practice or being Christ-like? So if it is Christ-like, some of the things we have now, is it being Christ-like? But then let me
Like
take
what?
some of
The jet.
let me
Okay.
take some
Okay,
of the
tell me.
comments.
I will answer you.
No, let me take some of the comments, ma, because my comment section has
Take the
been.
comment. Then I will answer you about the private jet.
Of
Please
course, ma.
remind me.
Yeah, of course, I will. Then I'm trying to see where the comment from this something start. Okay. Toka Ashley says, which charity organization does winners have that has impacted the life of the poor masses?
World Mission Agency. World Mission Agency.
I am ready to see it.
Go
Okay.
and read
Toka
about it.
Ashley,
World Mission
she
Agency.
has responded to you that World Mission Agency, that you should Google and
Google
read more
about
about
it.
it.
They're all over the world.
World Mission Agency. Again, World Mission Agency. You see why it is not always good to kind of like abuse. It's good to learn from each other. You said you have not seen any charity organization that winners have. Now, she have
I've
abused,
told that about the Coma people, the Coma Hill people. Oyedepo build school, build health centers, and finance it.
He said Oyedepo build health centers. Then ND77 says,
and school for Coma people.
For Coma people. Then ND77 says, please ask her what are they doing that they are not talking about. And just Danjuma says united other, but time will tell. That is referring to Sam. Sam says, how much did Jesus Christ get on his birthdays? Christianity has been commercialized. Des Danjuma says, at Sam, religion and believers make I no talk much. Then Controvert Tube says, I think all men of God should give more. I met a priest in my church, an Irish white man who was always giving. He gave everything he had to the poor. As a church, we always donated to equip him. And Sam Onyekwere says, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson, and the likes did a lot, yet did not get such birthdays. And Sam Onyekwere also says, Nigerian pastors are the wealthiest in the world. Is that Christianity? And then Controversy say, gift, he never kept anything for himself. He's talking about the pastor that the Irish pastor. He says he gave so much that he had only 2 clothes left to his name. All his furniture, everything he gave out, we replace by next evening. You see poor persons take all. Charity is the key word. White priests give till they are poor. They don't fly private jets and all those stuff. Yeah, many men of God make excuses to keep those things for themselves. Then Akinwumi Fakolujo says, Madam, you don't understand what you are saying, I beg. What is this woman talking about? And he also says they collected money from their church members and you still want them to come and pay such huge amount for school fees. And he said a lot. I see the controversy. I see Nigerian priest driving a Prado, but the whites drive an old crooked car. And Tokashi says, God bless you, Dr. Deji, for asking this question. I can't remember the question again. Sam says, please, madam, the European missionaries were used to manipulate Africans and American Indians. So missionaries did some good work in Africa and at the same time made it easy for slavery. Akinwumi says, that is church is the topic, not banks, and said a lot. Sam says Nigerians give, but the government doesn't have the enabling environment. What are your reactions to some of these comments now before I read others? As regards giving, and now the comparison between white priests, who are the real owners of the Christianity anyway, and African or Nigerian priests. What do you have to say to some of these comments?
I've told you that when white priests are coming to Africa, they are sponsored through charity. They don't need to start from the scratch.
They said in Irish now. This is not coming to Africa.
Yes, Irish, yes. Is it not the Catholic mission? It's the Catholic mission. And the Catholic, their home church that sends them to Africa as missionaries. And like I said, the church is charity in Europe, at least in England and Northern Ireland. It's not like we have in Nigeria. They are expected to go out and do charity work, and they are funded by their home church. That's you talked about the jet. thing.
Now,
The different Jesus Christ.
Before the jet, let me read more comments so that you can just respond to it before the jet. Emmanuel Blackshield says, wait, where did they get money to build the universities? Then Samuel Yokore says, Dr. Read and respond to your comment section and not a two-person interaction. Of course, you can see I'm doing that. Kuzayet says, we don't have the ability to control how people think or act. Fidelis Michael is saying, God bless you, Fidelis, great to have you. And Emmanuel Blackshield is saying, if the church could not get the funds to build the schools, they should use, if this fund did not get the fund to build the schools, they should use that source to fund the research in the schools and not take funds from their members who pay via their hard-earned money. And Akinwumi Fakulo just says, they can fly private jet, but they can't help Nigerians. Tokashi says, politicians are not the problem of Nigeria. Churches are also a big problem, extorting from the poor to generate wealth and to invest for themselves and their generation. Yet, some of you making comments, I will call the phone line now. When I'm through with Madam, you will have the opportunity to call in and, you know, defend your views. You understand? So I won't shut anybody up. Just don't abuse people. So after she's done, I will call. So if you know that you have things to say that, you know, you don't agree with the way the pastors are doing, I will, you know, open the phone line for you. You can also have your say. Des Janjuma says, I agree with her. Many Nigerians don't give for empowerment and developmental growth. That is a supporting comment there for you from Des Janjuma. Adekunle Omoduni says, are we sure they are making profit? I believe we can only make this assumption if we have fact about their running costs. I think that is a supporting comment for you as regards the running of the universities. And Black Shale says, I don't have to Google about Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Why can we not just know from the jump of their names of their foundation without having to ask or Google it? That's according to your comment about the wisdom mission.
What mission agency? Yeah, because you don't want to know. You made up your mind. You made up your mind. You don't want to know that that there's a charity. There are different branches in the church. The World Mission Agency is the charity arm of the church.
Are some of these charities, I know Redeem as MFM, all of them as, but are these missionaries really as impactful? Because if I look at the point of this Emmanuel Blackshield, that if you have a charity organization and you are a big church, if it's really that impactful, it's just like a musician. If your music eats the way it's supposed to eat, people go naturally know you. But if you are still asking people, say, do you know Portable? And they say, who is that? It means say you never blow. But if you blow well, definitely you will need no introduction. So do you think some of these charity organizations of the churches, do you think they are doing enough or they need to do more? Just to look at it from that from this viewer.
Well, for me, winner is doing is okay. I don't know about
all that. Or is it that Nigerian's problem is too much? Or is it that Nigerian's problem is too much?
Yeah, it is too much. Let me tell you something that happened recently. Okay. Is there this Mayegu Jadari, Mayegu General, okay. Is also a YouTuber. Do you know he has a charity? The group, it's called the Temple of Truth. They have a charity group. And they wanted to donate materials to schools. They started from Oyo State to buy uniform, exercise books for school children. Do you know those state governments said they must not enter their schools? I'm a member, I know. So it's not like they told me.
Why?
I was there when they were giving the report.
Ondo is governed by
I don't know why.
Ondo is governed by...
Akeredolu was alive. The head teachers told the people that governor said they must not accept anything from anybody because they see everything as political. And it was only in Oyo State. I think it was only in Oyo State they did Adogun that they did it successfully. Lagos and did they go to Oshiomole? I can't remember. I know Ondo specifically said they should not come to their schools.
Based on the instruction of the governor,
some of this, there are a lot of things happening in Nigeria that people don't know. Do you understand that we don't know?
But these pastors,
we just blame
but these
people, we
pastors have
do the blame
opportunity to
game.
meet with these governors now. So the thing is, they can get clearance. For instance, when MFM was doing their convention recently, Dapo Abiodun was there. This guy Sonwolu was there. This guy from Delta State, Opovuwiri, I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name, Delta people, was also there. So these churches have access to the governors than this Temple of Truth or Zimayegu. So the thing is, I don't think they would have any hindrance. If this winners charity organization want to do.
Anybody who thinks he doesn't know that Oyedepo is working, at least Ota Road. If not for Oyedepo, it would have been Baba has his farm there. He did not care about the road leading to Ota. Every year it is Oyedepo who repairs the road from Lagos to Ota. At least that one, people who live in Ota, they know that if not for Oyedepo, they won't have any road again in Ota. So
can we say
I don't discuss church really.
Can we say the church repaired it for its own benefit? That it is the road.
Why do you think it's own benefit? Oh my, you see, okay. But yes, let it be for itself. If every church is doing that in their area, let Redeem to repair the Ibadan road for their benefit. Do you understand? If everybody is doing things for their benefits, we have a better Nigeria. Then by the debt you talk about, the way work they do. A pastor can be in Nigeria today and is going to preach in America on Monday or tomorrow. If you can't, if you're sourcing for ticket, it's not like there's no money. You may not get a flight to take you there. So that's why many of them decided to have jets. There are some countries in Africa that you don't have direct flights, so it takes days to get there. But when you have your jet, you can go. So that's it. It's to spread the gospel. And please, when Jesus was, we knew Jesus was in a boat, a beautiful boat where he had pillows. It's not a rickety boat. So we should not say, because they are riding.
They should go and bring kete donkey.
Why did it not work? You should go and bring kete. So all these things we just say, and that was what was happening that time. That was the best they could get. Then, as per the gift they gave to Papa, like I said, he impacted a lot of people. Some may not even be members of the church who bought the car for him. It's just to say, we appreciate you, we thank you. Which God does not say you cannot be appreciated. There's no way it is in the Bible. When Jesus was preaching, a woman brought his oil and was pouring it on Jesus' feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not a sin.
If you are special advisor to Pastor David Oyedepo on public affairs, what would you advise to do with that car and the 1 billion?
But are you aware he gave a bus he donated a bus to School for the Blind? What is this now? Ijoko, School for the Blind, or somebody Jamudo or something. Yeah. On his birthday. Are you aware of that? Yes. I'm sure he must have done some other charity work that people don't know. He's doing enough. I don't have it. He knows. Look, he knows what to do and he's doing it. For example, now I want to tell you another person, Pastor Jerieze. Do you know he's building houses for widows, but he's not making noise about it? Tomorrow they will say, Jerieze is collecting money. That was Nigerian see. Because it's not directly to them. They don't know. A lot of these men of God, they are trying, but because Nigeria population is high, if the government was doing this, the church does not need to help individuals. They will help institutions. Like I will tell you, here in UK, Winners Chapel, there's a children's hospital called Great Thomas Hospital. It's a charity they are supporting, because as a church, you must have what you are supporting. You are a charity, so you support something. They supported that church, that hospital. But in Nigeria, those opportunities not there, because bureaucracy in everything is too much in Nigeria. Too much bureaucracy. And governments too, they should not rely that, it is the men of God or the churches that will be doing things for them. What about the mosques? Is it only churches? Mosques, are they not collecting money? Mosque, I know that some people there are some Muslims who are doing wonders too in Nigeria. They are building free schools for children. So what you don't know is what you don't know.
A question comes to my mind now.
Okay.
When the video was doing his birthday, and he said people should give him 1 million each, and he generated like over 250 million or thereabout, and he gave the money out to, I think is it orphanage or something like that. So Davido is a worldly guy that sings worldly song. He smokes, he drinks, he humanizes, he does live the way he best knows how to live. So we can't call him like a model of a perfect Christian. But when Christ was alive and he fed people with loaves and fishes, we didn't hear that Jesus tasted out of it, right? It wasn't written that he tasted out of it. That was what was available, and he fed everybody till it remains, and he himself, he didn't eat. So it just occurred to me that even if it is not Bishop David Oyedepo, even if it's Pastor Adejara Adeboye, if it is Olukoya MFM, or any of these churches, or Jerry Eze or something, do you think that it will be Christ-like, having seen that naturally God has blessed you, and naturally you cannot lack? Even if they don't give you that money, you cannot lack. And now that they've given you that money, do you think that if that money is used to address and heal in the society, like something that is wrong in the society, that will benefit everybody, people will begin to see maybe pastors as Christ-like, and that can naturally lure them to Christianity? For instance, if there's no borehole in your community and you have to go to the 15th street to go and buy water, or you are paying aboki money every day, and you are not a Christian, you just saw that some people came to your street, they brought borehole, they brought drilling machine, they brought solar panel, batteries, and all of a sudden you're having free water every day, and they say these people, they are the winners church. You will naturally want to know more about them, that who are these winners people? So if you imagine that if somebody doesn't need 1 billion and 1 billion surface, and there are people that don't need, and there are people that need water, let's imagine the amount that of borehole that 1 billion naira will build. And don't forget that if winners say, okay, we want to use this 1 billion to be constructing borehole, definitely more people will still donate money, that, oh, this is a good project, I want to support. So do you think that such money should be used in such a manner that it would have made more impact if such money is used, regardless of who gets that money, as a Christian, that if the video can dish out his 250 million, do you think that 1 billion should be used for such a purpose? Or you think, oh, he should just be kept for himself, or to just, because next year definitely another 1 billion will come, or more than last year, maybe more than 1 billion came, and according to Bible, this word is vanity upon vanity. So do you think that such money should be used to address some of the issues in the society, and some of these our pastors should begin to tell politicians the truth? Because I can imagine if Adeboye tells, I believe that God is not happy with the way Nigeria is being run, because I don't believe that God will be happy to be seeing people in hardship. So if Adeboye tells Tinubu that God is not happy with you, Oyedepo tells Tinubu God is not happy with you, Olukoya tells Sanwo-Olu God is not happy with you, don't you think that some of these our politicians will begin to change based on the respect that they have for some of these guys? Because when Obasanjo wanted to contest, when they called him to come and contest, one of the first places he said he ran to was to Adeboye in Redeem camp, that he should pray for him, that what is God saying, because he was afraid when he was to become president. So do you think that if pastors in general, imams in general, even traditional worshippers begin to tell the truth more to some of these guys, that God is not happy with you, don't you think it is a way of better, of having a better society? And should this money be kept by Papa, or it should just be used, just as Davido used that donation for his birthday, to better the lives of the needy? If you are his advisor, what would you advise?
Okay. Number one, I can tell you that there's no anybody who does charity in Nigeria than Bishop David Oyedepo. And any winner member is a giver any day, anytime. If you know anyone that is close to you, watch his lifestyle. If he's truly a winner, they don't tell us to do charity. I have built a borehole for a community. It is because of the orientation I got from him that it thought is too small for you to give anybody. I've paid school fees for people. Even when I was in Nigeria as a teacher, I've paid school fees. It is because of what he teaches. Just the way he's doing, his members are doing the same thing. Borehole, that those are small things. Even ordinary members of WINA, they do borehole freely. Then as per the gift you said they gave him, I don't know what we do, but he's a wise man. He knows what to do. He's not into competition with anybody. Because when people were not even doing things, like I said, the issue of the coma, he was in Lagos. He went to build school, recruited teachers for the school and was paying the school fees, got a hospital, recruited health workers for the hospital or the health center and was paying. He doesn't do what people, because people do things. He does things as he's led. When you talk about, I don't know how to explain. You cannot understand really. If you meet any other winner, ask this question: who has been with him for a long time? He will tell you we do a lot of charity in Winners Chapel, a lot every year. We do it, not every time. It's every time. We tell you if like for example, a child is going to school. If you cannot give money, buy biscuit, provision, and give that child. It's still charity. So. That's I think that's the last thing you asked again.
Comments, man. Let me read the comment, then you can respond to it with your party shot together. Responding on your party shot together, so that I can allow you.
All right, thank you.
Controver 2 says the bottom line is the Irish priest gave.
No politics. No politics. Let me say it. Oyedepo will never say a word. Mark my word. Everything about Nigeria before Buhari came to power. He was shouting on his altar every day. If you vote for Buhari, Nigeria will go down. This is what is going. People they ignored him. So what do you want him to say? He alerted everybody, but people refuse. He doesn't talk politics anymore. You will never see him talking about that. So what is Nigeria? They are enjoying what they are enjoying because they didn't listen. They thought maybe it was just partisan or whatever.
Just like the people in your state now did not listen, then they'll be
crying. They didn't listen now. They've gone to carry one chance. Have you seen the tiger and the lion? I will send their song to you. What they did, what they are doing now. They've started. They done that. I will send this video to you.
I was surprised. Your state, they are yet to declare Okwebolo winner. Videos were already circulating on social media. How Kabaka and his boys. We're walking like they are as if Jesus Christ has returned to earth.
Yes.
Did you see the video, man? The way they were walking.
Yes. You see that some of the Benin was speaking now.
And they took to the street.
He owns the land walking, from this. You mentioned different places.
They were walking like an emperor, as if they own heaven and earth.
Which gun? They were shooting gun. They were shooting gun.
And I'm like, they are here to announce Monday. You guys have taken to the street like this. Edo people, now go hear them.
Now one chance they don't enter. One chance. What? I told you. Do you know? They said Kabaka. You know the problem Kabaka, apart from the fact that Obaseki broke his house. Why did he break the house? The land was government reserve land for projects. What is the Oshiomole approved it for Kabaka to build hotel or something. Obakesi said no, it's government land. You cannot go and build something. Do they do it in Lagos? Is that not why they are demolishing houses in Lagos? Then another thing he did, he had a lion he was feeding in his house. Obaseki went and collected the lion and took it to the zoo. Yeah, he was feeding the lion with his enemies. Obaseki was on that troop, was bold enough to take that zoo.
So are you sure, that he was feeding the lion with human beings? I'm not.
Okay, what will lion eat? Nana bread, lion go chop.
No, lion they chop goats now, normal. Then they feed. Now
goat they chop. But is it normal to have lion as a pet in a community?
No, it is not normal in a country.
So the governor seized the lion and took it to the zoo. So those are the things he has against Obaseki.
So now they go release the lion back to Ramba.
He go collect the lion now, not be the day power now.
He go collect the lion back. Begin the real lion back.
Yes.
May God save your state. Oh, Controver Troop says,
God will save them.
Also,
God
men of God should make it a responsibility to teach people how to hold our leaders accountable every Sunday, every day, preaching them. In fairness to Bishop Oyedepo, in fairness to him, he shouted and shouted against Buhari. In fairness to him, I remember that his famous something. People even used it as skit that year when he said, "Resign, get out of the place." Some of you will remember when he said, and it was obvious that he was referring to Buhari, that if you know you are not going to perform, just resign and get out of the place. So in fairness, because I like to be fair, because I don't know if there will truly be judgment day. I may not be perfect, but at least God will consider something for me, so that maybe even if he cast me, go reduce the fire small. But I pray I make heaven. You understand? So I like to be fair, because the man said it that time. He was screaming. In fact, it's because of his status in the Christian something that the Buhari boy, they hate criticism, that they are not able to go for him. If it is one small pastor, all these small young shall go pastor, they would have gone for him. Remember,
and these people went to the church now. They went to Canaan land.
Who went to Canaan land?
The herdsmen, the bandits. They went there. They wanted to blow up the place. They caught them in the toilet.
There was one pastor then that was criticizing. I think is it Buhari or Sanwo-Olu? That pastor is still in prison now. I think he was sentenced
that young pastor.
Yes, for
that young pastor. They were now saying this sex abuse, something abuse.
And the truth is, if you know the way of Nigerian politicians, they may even set you up with a lady, and so long as they have connection with the judge and everything, they will just blow it out of proportion before you find yourself in prison. So I think it was because of Oyedepo's status in the Christian something, that is a big guy in the true sense of it, because it's not easy to command a 20 congregation church, not to talk of you now have churches built across the world.
And don't forget that he is also a northerner. So Oyedepo is a northerner, he's not a southerner.
Oh, he's
because he's from Kwara State. Kwara is north.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of their prominent sons from the north as well.
I thought he's somebody's Oshun.
He's from Omuaran, Kwara State. Yeah.
So, Sam Onyekure says, Madam, Christianity is a big business in the world, and the Europeans and Americans have mastered it, and African pastors have taken it to a higher level. Dr. Ashley says, exactly, if the charity organization is impactful, we don't need to Google it, it will be all over. Sam Onyekure says, the best and easiest way to manipulate African in all aspects of their life is through churches. That is why you hear Nigerians shout, "Na God." And Adekunle Omoduni says, I believe no matter what the pastors do in supporting the poor people will still say it is not enough. For pastors that helps, they don't need to sound their trumpet because they want you to praise them, Then Samuel Oyedepo says, Madam, no pastor or man of God in Nigeria refuses money from a thief or asks the source of the money given to his church. Why don't they ask before receiving the money? He also says, in America, churches and politics don't mix, and Nigerian pastors are more involved in politics. Tony Kabaka is Oshiomole's Admiral King tax collector and security militant. Akinwumi Fakolujo says, even if he shout from now till thy kingdom come, nothing will change. The only way out is decentralization of power. The constitution has to be changed. And Akinwumi says, Kwara is not and he says it is the failed system that centered it that way. Kwara is never. Kwara is not some time ago, but now
it's not a region. They've always been not a region.
But now it is in North Central, and Tokashi says Edo has entered the chance. So your response to come of this comment, and wrap it up with your parting shots, man, so that I can attend to other
things. I'm happy the way people commented. It's a good thing. We have rubbed minds, and let all of us be praying for Nigeria to change. Because this time now, Nigeria don't have one chance. Not be the one party state, a little loaded. We are ruled by a cabal. It is the masses who are killing, like you said. That mass loads this thing.
Hierarchy of needs.
Yes. And they are all together at the top. We are just at the base of this thing. triangle, and we are fighting ourselves. When their children are getting married, you will see all of them there. When they are doing birthday, you see them there. These politicians.
They don't fight themselves. All this one that you think Oshiomole is fighting Obaseki. For night, of your Oshiomole and Obaseki, they still feel they meet. They feel they talk for phone.
Of course.
You know? So I wonder why people usually kill it. And one of the things is, for me, I don't care if I can use that word, who is the governor of Edo State. It's none of my business. Anybody they lie, they should put there. But what pains me is that I would have loved if Edo have reset Nigeria. That election has a way of resetting Nigeria. If, for instance,
no, APC is desperate. They are desperate to be one-party state.
Some of these guys intentionally want to go all out to win that election so that they can prove to the president that, oh, people love him. You see that I was very angry when I read it that, that the people in the presidency are saying that the Edo election is a sign that people are in love with Tinubu, that they are in tune with the policies of the president. I said, I think this is what they will say. But if Edo State have scored 10% in that election, if Edo has scored just 10%, it would have said, imagine Edo scoring 10% in Imo, the Imo election that was concluded in
Bayelsa, I will send something to you.
In Edo and in Ondo. Definitely, it would have sent G3 down the spine of Tinubu himself.
Edo said no. You know it, the Oba's palace.
Kudos to
I just saw it this evening.
I think the Oba is a fearless guy. Okay, you want to say something about
the Oba's palace? PDP won Oba's palace. I will send it to you. You will see it. I will send the video where the result sheet.
But ma, if I
PDP
can ask,
won that. They won the Oba polling unit.
If I can ask you, ma, what is the problem of Oshiomole? That he went to go and say something and he took the Oba, he took the Oba's effort to refute what he said. He wants to drag the Oba into dangerous politics.
No. Nigerian politics, they know how to lie against people.
Kind of like behave like that it will take the Oba the time to correct him, you know?
Yeah. He said Oba said, what Oba never said. It means most of the things he's saying about anybody is a lie. He's just lying against people, which is very bad. It's not good. Okay, if they will be there for 8 years, at most 8 years, they are done. How will you face Edo people again? How is he going to face Edo people? I don't understand. Oshiomole got problem. I'm praying for him that he should repent. Because when he used to be the NLC leader in Nigeria, we thought he would be a president of Nigeria one day. Not knowing he was just a pretender.
No, I was very shocked to the bone that an Oshiomole that fought Obasanjo tooth and nail during subsidy removal. The day I saw him on TV,
Oshiomole fought military.
Yes, the day I saw him on TV and he was rationalizing Tinubu's policy on subsidy removal, I almost collapsed. And that is why I pity some Nigerians. And if you watch my broadcast yesterday, I talk about the theory of instrumentalism. It's like a political philosophy. You understand that? That means that the people that were backing Oshiomole then were just mere instruments. Because if you are not consistent, if Tinubu himself says subsidy removal is a scam, and he led the protest, and now he's the president, and people cannot protest, the people that he used for that protest are just mere instruments for Tinubu to achieve his political goal. That's how we see it in political science. So those people, they are just mere instruments. But it is difficult for Tinubu to come to them and say, I want power. Let's go and protest. This protest will help my party and my people to have power. Let's go. They won't follow him. So he has to wrap it under subsidy is a scam. And both the rich, the poor, the educated, the uneducated, they bought into it. You understand? So I explained it yesterday. It's called instrumentalism. When you are being used, you won't even know you are being used. You will be ready to die for that cause. But the truth is, you are being used. So I was surprised to see Oshiomole defending Tinubu's policy. It shows that it is just about interest. But I just pity the people that go all out or that hate themselves. And that's why I don't tolerate it on this platform. You understand? Oshiomole does not know me. Right? I don't know him. You know me. Right? So Oshiomole doesn't know me, Obaseki doesn't know me. So if you have a contrary view, why should I hate you? Oshiomole, I cannot move close to him by 100 meters, maybe DSS would have shoot me. You understand? Maybe they will think I want to harm him. But now, if you see me, you will hug me. Ah, madam, how are you? Ah, oh, you are the madam, our political. You understand? So why do people usually hate themselves? But I made an assertion. I just branch a bit into this Edo something because I know you are deeply rooted in this Edo State politics and all. I made an assertion that they will resist Oshiomole from being a godfather because Okpebholo is not his candidate. Okpebholo is a rebel candidate.
That's true. No, his candidate is the deputy. He's the deputy governor.
From the likes of Ize Iyamu, that they intentionally brought that guy as a rebel. You remember the first primary? Oshiomole tried.
Yeah.
Those guys make a mockery of him. That no, because they know that if he has his way, that he has been seeing Edo APC as his personal something that is the friend of the president. He has the ears of the president. So they rebelled against him. And now Okpebholo is the governor. The office of the deputy governor is just sorry to say, it's more like a useless office. If the governor wants you to be useless,
exactly.
You be useless. So I don't see a situation whereby the
let me tell you, you want to
we allow Oshiomole to be a godfather. Do you reason in that direction? And you want to say something? Please proceed.
I reason. You know one thing that Oshiomole did, and Edo people. We once had Aneni as the godfather.
Yes, Aneni.
Oshiomole rubbish him. Yes. Yes. Yeah. He said no godfather rubbish that. Then the only person we had, a former governor, Governor Yegun, he was the chairman of APC. Oshiomole tactically removed that man and retired that man, even though
from political relevance, despite the fact that they were in the same APC. That's correct. Yes.
Edo people are not happy because of these two people that he rubbish to outsiders. That is the truth. There, at Nigeria level, NLC today is become a total boost law because Oshiomole is the one behind teaching government how to fire NLC. All the arsenals they used to use in NLC, he revealed it to the government. It's now anti-NLC.
Yes.
That's why NLC can never go on a successful strike
anymore. Defending Tinubu on first subsidy, I almost want to call out that, this man, really? But where?
So Oshiomole, he has done a lot of things. I don't know.
To wish Edo people best of luck, but I know
they will fight. Don't worry, they will still begin to fight themselves.
The Ize Iyamu and the power blocks that were able to win Oshiomole to produce what Oshiomole was fighting for was just to pass a message to Obaseki. It's more like a vendetta.
Yes.
But he feel that
Obaseki has nothing to lose, my brother. You know those who are losing now, and they are saying it already.
Having uprooted Obaseki, these guys that he is rolling with, they themselves don't like him. The Ize Iyamu,
they don't like him.
And you know that it was Ize Iyamu that was even instrumental to he himself becoming a governor. But now, Ize Iyamu is like politically dead. That's the truth.
Yes, he was the one that killed him politically.
Except if Tinubu decide to resurrect his career, if he give him like a juicy
position.
Okay,
I want to tell you.
But
if
I don't
Oshiomole is a nice man, why did he not nominate Ize Iyamu for minister? Why did he recommend? He gave the ministerial post to Momo from Esako, his people.
And the truth is, Oshiomole would have been, at least Tinubu will give him that respect because they are great allies. So why didn't he lobby and present Tinubu and present Ize Iyamu's case to Tinubu? So there's already a power block, an unseen power block, but people are just shrouded by the Obaseki issue. But most people don't know that.
It's Oshiomole against the Benin. I will tell you now.
There's a power
block. Do you know before this election? Before the election, every Esako man who has ever held a political anything in Edo State, they all decamped to APC from PDP. So the Benis now, they are crying now that, they are the majority. Now they will be ruled by Oshiomole, minority from Edo North. Every meeting now, they will have to go to his village in Iyamu to hold meeting, to talk about Benicity. So already, they are feeling the heat. And they say he's coming for a revenge mission, but the Benis are waiting for him as well anyway. They are waiting.
But I don't think these people will. Oshiomole will try, but then he will fail. And by that time, it would have been useless in the sense that if you say that Ize Yamu is a good guy, you came back and rubbish him to install Obaseki. Then you said Obaseki is a good guy. You came back and rubbish him that is bad.
It's not only Yamo. There are other politicians of Benio extraction that should have got ministerial appointment. But he didn't allow.
But
he didn't allow.
Now
I know somebody.
It will be difficult for the same Oshiomole to now say that Monday Okpebolo is bad. So anything Monday does, Oshiomole will just use it as, thank God you are Yoruba, O ma fi se Osunpara. I don't know how to say that.
This Oshiomole don't take and swear.
O ma fi se Osunpara because at the end of the day, these guys that are desperate for power and they want to be the one in charge, I don't think they will give, because Oshiomole is like a one man person that he likes that show off. So at the end of the day, he has uprooted Obaseki, but that godfather and that that lordship that he wants to claim, the likes of Ize Yamu now, they are busy planning. And if you look at it, even this guy is wise. He liaised with the Oshiomole camp so that they can bring him back to APC. This Shuaibu guy. Yes. But if you look at it, since after the election.
But Shuaibu is from his place now.
Since after the election.
Shuaibu's father trained Oshiomole in their family.
Yes. Shuaibu has been aligning more with this Okpebolo. There are different power blocks. He has been aligning more with Okpebolo. So he will still be respecting Oshiomole. But I think Shuaibu would rather align with the Ize Yamus and the Okpebolos, their power camp.
Okay.
Where he knows that his bread can be buttered than an Oshiomole that he knows that if there's opportunity, Oshiomole will not recommend him. And that's the truth. If Tinubu says, Oshiomole, I want to appoint 5 people for Edo State to different agency, I'm sure that based on what Shuaibu did the last time, Oshiomole will not recommend him. That's the truth. And Philip Shuaibu knows. So it will be an interesting time. And at the end of the day, to now shock you, these guys, because he is a traditionally Oshiomole boy, they may eventually not give him that power. You know that naturally, this Kabaka will be thinking they will give him the power to be controlling all the motor park, like all this Elewi Omo, like all this Mustafa Sego, and Solu Omo in Lagos. That is what he would naturally like now. That is what we give him the cloud, that to be the Solu Omo of Edo State. But then
he's the youth leader of APC in Edo State. Youth leader for life.
But then when government settles down, the Okpebolo camp, who are not really in support of Oshiomole, may find it difficult to give him such power. So they may want to reduce his power by looking for another person. He may be respected, he may be in the party, but they may not hand over.
No, there's another, no molest is there. There's another talk, no molest.
Now, wow. May God help us. Let me read this comment, then I'll allow you go. And Tokashi has been speaking about Edo State. She says, apologies. INEC had the opportunity to redeem its image with the Edo election, but they failed the integrity test. As for Oshiomole, I think old age is contributing to his misbehavior. No, I don't think so. I think it is just his behavior. Oshiomole is not as old like that now. Why is Gowon not misbehaving? Why is Buhari not misbehaving all over the place? We have people that have opportunity to be godfather today. If Buhari really wants to go all out, Tinubu won't be president. That's the truth. If Buhari really wants to go all out, that he wants to use all his power and he has an axe to grind with Tinubu, forget, he can't be president. So, but these people have operated maturely. So I think, is he old age that makes him to be saying that Obaseki's wife is barren? Should that be coming? Is it old age that made him to tell the widow go and die? No, I think it just lacks manners and misbehavior. Toko also says Oshiomole's candidate has always been Idahosa. The Okpebolo's camp is going to claim the deputy and reduce his powers. They are inwardly at loggerheads over position. That's another great point from Ashley. Position will cause problem. Who will take commissioner for this? Who will take commissioner? That's why if this guy had won, somebody like Olumide, the state would have been at peace.
Yes.
Even if Asue had won, maybe the state would have been at more. But now, there's too much interest. There's too much people to try to satisfy. At the end of the day,
Yes.
if Monday is not even careful, self, you know, I pray they don't even kill him. That's another thing, because
If
the way
they
that
don't even impeach him,
the way that one is always looking like lemon. At the end of the day, Obaseki may eventually be the savior of Okpebolo, because the House of Assembly guys now, they are loyal to Obaseki. They are Obaseki's boys.
Yes.
And they'll be the one to preside over the actions of Monday Okpebolo. So Monday Okpebolo, for a while, still needs Obaseki. If not, I pray they don't even kill him there, because the way he's just looking like lemon. I pray they don't eventually kill him, so that this guy, this is deputy, you know, is his political next of kin. So if anything happens to him, that one will just become governor, and that is it. So I think Monday himself, but you know that in Nigeria, don't have power. When you have power, you will see people that will rally around you. Jonathan was being seen as a moron. They rallied around him. He confronted Obasanjo. Obasanjo was forced to tear his party card. So now that Monday has been elected, you will see people naturally, political jobbers are everywhere, that will rally around him. And we kind of like solidify him. Before, people were not rallying around Tinubu, at least to Buhari's face. You could see that even Buhari's ministers, because they don't know the body language of the man, they are very careful. Some of them did not come out all out to support Tinubu, except somebody like Festus Keyamo, who didn't care. So somebody like Festus Keyamo as minister. You understand? Maybe that is why he was rewarded. But now that he's president, everybody is rallying around him. So when Monday takes oath of office, naturally people will rally around. I just think that he will fortify himself. But this Okpebolo's block, the block that was powerful enough to diminish Oshiomole and produce Okpebolo, those blocks are still existing, they're still intact. They will never allow Oshiomole to come and lord over them. Never. That one is sure. The best they can compensate Oshiomole
is not your candidate. He wasn't your candidate.
Is to give him a return ticket. And that would be a big shame for Oshiomole, because he will naturally want to be having the say that anything Edo State, I'm in charge. You understand? So there's still big problem in the future in Edo APC. I see it, but then they may not fight it to the public. Oh, you understand? They may be fighting it in-house.
Don't worry, I will let you know. I'm in a political platform of Edo State. I will be giving you the gist.
It will be a terrible disgrace for Oshiomole, because I have said that if Oshiomole wants me to believe him, he should come. He should bring his medical certificate that if he wants me to believe his sense of judgment, if I'm an Edo State citizen, when you were recommending Obaseki and denigrating Eze Yamu, prove to me that you were high on weed. Maybe you are high on ukwale weed. Then I'll say, oh, the reason why you misjudge is because you were high on weed. Prove to me that you are always drunk. Then I'll know, okay, it is alcohol influence. But if you can't prove to me by medical examination, how do you expect me to believe you that Monday Okpebolo is right? You said Eze Yamu is not right. You said Obaseki is not right. Now you are saying Okpebolo is right. How do you want? You are proving to me that you are not a man of sound judgment. So if me, naturally, if I'm Edo State citizen, I will naturally not, because of Oshiomole, vote for Monday Okpebolo. Because by the level of his judgment, he has proven to me that he's not a man of sound judgment. I said that on this platform, you know. But may God help us. This lady has been dropping a lot of comments, so let me just read it out to you. Controversy to say, what INEC not uploaded 2020 presidential election to date? Have they not fixed the technical glitch till now? They spent taxpayers' money on that. And Akinwumi Fakulojo says, Oshiomole really disappointed everyone. Oshiomole knows what he is doing. It's not old age. Exactly too much interest. I think Oshiomole was actually good, but he had compromised. And Akinwumi also said, but I think he did well when he was the governor. Osanyamo Noel Ejano says they will soon expose themselves. They can't hide their intentions for too long. And Osamuye, I think these are your people. It says we are celebrating.
Yes, they are Benin.
Benin. They are Benin people. Okay. Thanks for your time, madam. Great to have you share your thoughts on Edo politics.
I'll see you again tomorrow.
No problem, man. God bless you.
Grace.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Okay. You just said for madam. I just used the opportunity of our presence to branch to Edo politics, because I know she knows a lot about the inner workings in Edo politics. So I just use opportunity to chip it in. But ordinarily, I was speaking about Christianity and Pastor Oyedepo's birthday. And you can see the benefit of allowing people. And I think I got a call from Mickey Mickey TV. Are you still watching me? Are you still online? Because I got a missed call from you, so I'm wondering, Mickey, if you are still present, please drop a comment so that I can reach out to you. I think he has a contrary view to what Lady B just said. Lady B is one of our regular viewers on this platform. She called from UK, and Toka Ashley says, if Oshiomole can lie against the Oba face to face, then you will know there's something wrong somewhere. I think he needs mental evaluation. I think Oshiomole is temperamental and unaccommodating. There are people like that are very temperamental, And Osanyamo said we should all put Edo State in prayers. Well, I pray so, but the truth is, Edo State, at least, why did they open their eyes? We should put them in prayer. Why were some of them collecting money? So they voted for Pueblo, or they watched for the election to be rigged. So in politics, you reap what you sow. They have to live with the consequence. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, sir.
This is good evening.
Yeah, you called me. I think this is Mickey TV, right, on YouTube. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is Mickey TV.
Okay. You called when Lady B, the other madam, was speaking. Please, can you control the background noise so that we can get you loud and clear?
One second. I'm actually at work. But good evening to everyone. This is Mickey. This is Mickey TV.
So is it convenient for you to drop your comment, or we should just allow you?
Okay, I'm just going to first and foremost, I just want to thank you very much for all you've been doing, and also all the participants for their comments. It's amazing. I just want to chip it just few and then go back rushing back into the office.
Okay.
Number one thing concerning the charity of the thing they were actually talking about, if you are giving or you are trying to help someone, you need to be very sincere in doing it, and not with the intention of trying to get something in return. I have a charity.
Okay, make your voice louder or bit, so that people can hear you clearly.
Yeah. Yes, I said I have a charity organization in Nigeria. It's called Michael Election Foundation. Right, like towards last year, I think we had my charity organization actually helped. I think it was a baby of like a year old who had a surgical operation. Everything that was done was, I actually paid for it. I didn't get any money from or any assistance from anybody. You understand what I'm saying? All I have, even the last NECO that was actually done in Bayelsa State, I sponsored 16 students. I paid all their, all their exam fee without taking any dime from anybody. That is just what I'm doing. So my own intention is I'm doing it to make sure that, kids are able to go to school, they're able to keep, they are not, scared or be involved into any crime that is going to incriminate or done on their future. So my dream and aspiration all the time always is to see everybody, go, be happy, and be responsible to their family. So in the case of maybe other people doing charity organization, because like in the world today, what is actually happening, a lot of people have this foundation just to like get money or get fame or get popularity or get, all sorts of things that will like attract, give them more attraction, right? But if you look at in the scripture, like in the Bible, I think that should be in Matthew, in the book of Matthew. Talks about that when you give with your right hand, do not allow your left hand to see what you're giving, right? Like as I speak to you today, like this past week, I spent like close to 2 million, helping people untold, Like yesterday was a widow that was being locked up with his family. I was in the office. I was being called, even irrespective of the short notice. They were in Kirikiri and they needed money. I had to send the money to them. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to, whatever thing we do, we need to just be grateful. That's number one thing, right? A lot of people are doing, they're extorting people or trying to, make money off them, right? And with the situation of Nigeria, number one thing which I feel that should be done, is like giving hope to these people. People are hungry. People are hungry. That is just the people are hungry. I believe when these churches, they should be a kind of an awareness. If they are foundation or charity organization, it should be accessible to everybody. That's the number one thing. It should be accessible to everybody. So if it is accessible to everybody, people will be productive. When people are productive, there will be enough to give. There will be no poor among them. The reason why we have poor among people is because they've been so much engaged into what is being preached, right? And they are translating into something different. And that has been a problem. So for me, I think, without wasting much time, I believe we need to just go out into the world and do good to our fellow human beings. Michael Jackson says we should make the world a better place for you and me. When we make the world a better place, we all will be happy. Our children will be happy. There will be less crime, and the world, will be a better place for us. That's my comment, Dr. Deji, and I want to thank you for all you're doing. Have a nice day, sir.
God bless you. Thanks for your comment. Let me allow you rush back to work. Thanks for your comment. God bless you. Well, we just heard from Mickey TV, right? Toka Ashley, this thing you said, is it true? Toka Ashley, are you an Edo State indigene? Because I'm seeing a comment from Toka Ashley here, and it's sending shivers down my spine. I don't want to believe it's true. It is true. Could this be true? Toka Ashley says, imagine where there is still a sitting governor in Edo. The talks are going around the state and telling taxpayers not to pay money to the state government. The height of lawlessness in a democracy. Like, is this really happening? Like, is it happening right now? That since Monday has been declared winner, they are saying that they shouldn't that the talks, Lady B is saying it is true. Nigeria sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. Nigeria is, I don't know, should I say upside down? I don't know which word to use. That is, let's imagine PDP wins election in Lagos State now. Let's imagine that PDP wins an election in Lagos State. So the PDP guys, and there's a sitting governor, maybe they won maybe if they win in 2027, and Sanwo-Olu is still the governor, and they will be going all around to tell people not to pay to the state government. Who will they pay to? Or is it that they now like have to live tax free? And these are some of the things you get if during campaign ground. You see, I just pity Nigeria. May God help us. Because if on the campaign ground, if the president released 33 billion for state to tackle flood and insecurity, and Oshiomole was lobbying Shetima that they shouldn't give the 3 billion to Obaseki, that they should keep Edo State money first. Rain is falling, flood is happening. They give money to each state. There is an existing government. You are saying they shouldn't give the money to the existing government to tackle the flood. If rain happens tomorrow and people begin to be carried away with water, what will happen? I think we overplay politics, and I can't wait for this Yamu guys to deal with Oshiomole. I'll just be laughing, but they will deal with him seriously. That you now tell them that they should now be paying money, that they shouldn't pay money to the state anymore. See, when you do that, the day that your party will lose election, that's how people will also not pay money to your party, to your state. If you are watching me for the first time, please do well to subscribe, do well to turn on the notification button. You know, Toka says the video is circulating around the internet, and Bose Adebayo says, yes, I will send you a government warning to them. And Odinaka Okori says yes. One more, this thing, like 4 people don't confirm am. So that means it's real. Now wow. Sam Onyekwere says, brother, thanks for your charity fund. I think he's responding to Mickey TV. Please check with your accountant for huge tax write-off. Just present the receipt to your accountant. Okay, that is, I think he was responding to Mickey TV, you know, and Bosse says, that was why they neglected all federal roads in Edo so that they can use it to campaign. Now, wow, this Edo State, it weak me, but I think it is everywhere. But I think it is wrong for you to say that they shouldn't pay tax. So, wait, if you say they shouldn't pay, will you be receiving it, or you wait till November, then you now tell people to come and start paying the tax that they have failed to pay in September? Is it that when Okpebolo enters in November, you now tell the people, oh yeah, all those stuff, will they have the money to pay that? Oh yeah, come and be paying it? Because it is funny, it is insane, you know. May God help Edo State people. Thank God I'm not from Edo State. And Bosse Adebayo have said she will not return to Edo State for like 10 years, you know. She don't say Edo people no vote the way they supposed to, you know. And Sam Oyekwe says, Dr. Deji, please, abroad use charity foundation. Please, the people abroad use charity foundation for inflated tax exemptions. No problem with that. Well, may God help us. It's been a wonderful time with you guys, you know. I thought I would use 2 hours, but then I've used over 3 hours. And the receiving call from Lady B, also Boss Adebayo. I had to chip in that Edo State politics because I know she's from Edo. She called during the Edo State election, you know. She gave us some great insights in Edo. Ondo people, get ready. Ondo people, your own too is coming. Oh, may God no kill us. Oh. So Ondo people, may I get ready. Oh. It will soon be your turn now. You know. Let me just take some of this comment before I go. If you are watching me for the first time, do well to subscribe. Do well to turn on the notification button and also like this video. And let me just take this comment before I go. Mickey TV thanks Dr. Deji for all you do. God bless you, Mickey TV. Thanks for all you do too. And I hope you will remember Polythinkers too. Polythinkers too. We have people watching us from Nigeria. If you have job, give them. If your charity is giving things out to people, reserve for Polythinkers. So come to Polythink. Just reach out to me and say, Dr. Deji, I've reserved this for Polythinkers. You will be watching live. You will be watching. Where I will make the announcement that Mickey charity organization, he has been gracious to want to bless Polythinkers. They have so things. And right there, as you are watching, you will see people that will indicate interest because we usually have viewers from Nigeria. So don't remember people in Kirikiri alone that may have committed an offense. Remember hardworking citizens too that haven't committed any offense. And when you are remembering hardworking citizens, remember my Polythinkers too. You understand? You know, remember them. I'm sure Polythinkers are happy that I'm fighting for them. You know, we have a lot of big people on Polythinko. We have great people. We have millionaires. You know, it's an association of great men. But then we still have upcoming. So don't just remember people in Kirikiri. Remember Polythinkers too. God bless you, Mickey TV. God bless you for all you do. And Akim Akwesin, I hope I get that correctly, says I believe you all the days, bro. And Boss Adebayo says, yes, so make lions and tigers no stress me. I have sent the government circular to you on WhatsApp. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yes, I can see the circular here. Maybe I should just use the opportunity to read it. September 24, 2024. Government press release. The attention of Edo State government has been drawn to orchestrated spates of intimidation and harassment being meted out on accredited revenue collectors across Edo State by some unscrupulous individuals masquerading as agents of government. Reports available indicate that these persons have gone to the Benin Central Motor Park and other motor parks across the state, as well as marketplaces, with a view to extorting money from commercial vehicle drivers and traders under the guise of revenue collection. This act of brigandage is not only reprehensible but also amounts to an act of lawlessness. For the avoidance of doubt, Edo State government has accredited revenue collectors who have been duly mandated to collect revenue as approved by government in the various motor parks and marketplaces. Their contract with the state government subsists till November 12, 2024. Edo State government therefore warns all persons or group of persons perpetrating this act of brigandage to desist from it or face the full wrath of the law, as no responsible government will fold its hands and allow unscrupulous persons create a state of anarchy. In the light of the foregoing, government directs the law enforcement agencies in Edo State to arrest and prosecute any person involved in the act of extortion of commercial vehicle drivers and traders across the state or found disturbing the peace in motor parks and marketplaces under the guise of revenue collection. Signed, Joseph Ebogbe, Secretary to Edo State Government. Now, wow. So this thing is true. What I think this is why some states are fighting for state police. Because if Edo State has a state police, they will use that state police to apprehend them and put them in prison. And the truth is, if Edo State had a state police that Obaseki is commanding, they would have put these people in prison, arrest them, charge them, put them in prison. Okwebolo can now come and release them. That's his, that is his own action. But if you are put in prison from now till November, it is still something. So I think this is some of the reasons why the governors are advocating for state police. You understand? But this thing is real, sadly. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Then Boss Adebayo also sent me a video. So let me share it with you people. It's 1 minute 29 seconds, so it's easy for everybody to be part of it. Make I no chop alone. They say chop alone, die alone. No, I won't die now, but I don't want to chop alone. So I'm trying to play the video now. It's not okay. It's not playing. It's playing, but the sound. Maybe because Facebook is not logged in on this phone. I'm not getting any sound from it. The sound is not coming on. But I think it's about this City Ninja guy on YouTube, right? I think he's saying something about the election. But then the sound is not coming on. So I try to play it. It's not coming on, but it's just a 1 minute video. Okay, so what else? Yes, but Boss Adebayo say yes, Ondo election will be hot too, but we've not been hearing much from Ondo now. We've not been hearing. It's not like election is even coming. So maybe they are just reserving all their energy for towards the election, because we've not been hearing anything from APC. We've not been hearing anything from PDP, and it's as if this guy Lucky Ayedatiwa, is as if he's the only candidate, because there's not been the usual electoral fanfare coming from Ondo State. But I know that if they have not reached a compromise so between APC and PDP, when it reaches a month to the election, I know everywhere, there's nowhere it won't get heated up, except if they've already reached a compromise and the guy, the Ondo guy, the PDP guy is not a serious candidate. You know, they know themselves. This Edo PDP guy is the former deputy that Akeredolu removed. Adbola, I've forgotten his other name, Adbola. So the guy is a strong guy too. He's coming from PDP. Ayedatiwa is also Akeredolu's boy. But then the people that are not happy with Ayedatiwa, that they felt he didn't do well when Akeredolu was sick. But then Isiaq, I think it's Isiaq, Adbola also fell out. Adbola Ajayi, God bless you, Lady B. Adbola Ajayi also fell out with Akeredolu. So what will be the choice of the Akeredolu camp? Because this guy Ayedatiwa fell out with the core Akeredolu guys because they felt he didn't do well when Akeredolu was aware that he was even praying that Akeredolu should die. But then the strong alternative is Adbola Ajayi. Adbola Ajayi also fell out with Akeredolu. He was his former deputy. So where does that leave the Akeredolu camp? Because Betty Ayedatiwa is not a fan of Betty Akeredolu is not a fan of Ayedatiwa. So we should go and support Adbola Ajayi that is not in support, that fell out with her husband, or will she support Lucky Ayedatiwa? You know, so it's going to be a very dicey something. But not much has been coming from Ondo State. It's been relatively peaceful. So maybe the political permutation has been very favorable. Maybe they've met among themselves and they've resolved it. Maybe that's why we've not been hearing much. Or maybe, you know, news will start featuring in from Ondo State. But I think it will be a very dicey one for the Akeredolu camp. So if Lucky Ayedatiwa being the governor, if he tries to reconcile and promise these Akeredolu boys juicy positions, at least to compensate them, the key ones, the key stakeholders, and he behaves well to Becky, the widow, you know, and he prostrates where he's supposed to prostrate, shake where he's supposed to shake, definitely I think he won't have a problem. So, but I'm still a bit confused that they feel that Lucky Ayedatiwa was praying for Akeredolu to die. Now Akeredolu is dead. So will they support Lucky, or they will go back and support Adbola Ajayi that is also not in good time with Akeredolu? But will they see Akeredolu as a better enemy than Lucky Ayedatiwa? I think, as they say, tomorrow is pregnant. So a lot of things will be unveiled from Ondo State. And Lady B also, Boss Adeba is saying, I've not seen anything about Betty on the Edo State, on the Ondo State political platform. No, Betty can never, because you know, this thing is a matter of death. Maybe say the guy don't buy, and the death you go see the pain there. And if you are discovered to have wished Akeredolu death, is real core guys that, you know, they are the real power block in the government. I don't think they can easily support it. Though in every 12 there's a Judas, so maybe some will cross over to Ayedatiwa's side. But then we then now go and support Adbola Ajayi, who is also a political enemy of Akeredolu. They were friends before, like Ayedatiwa. So I think that will be the major intrigue of the Edo State election. So I wait to see how it will go with will Betty people, the Betty camp and the loyal Akeredolu boys. Now I remember the face of some of them, but I can't remember their name. If I see their face now, I can say, oh, this one is Akeredolu boy. We then now go to Adbola Ajayi, you know, but of course, we'll be here to see how it happens. May God not kill us, may God spare our life. And Boss Adeba says, I told you my mom is from Owoke. Shout out to your mom. I didn't remember, you know. I didn't remember, but let's see how it goes. I think it will also be an interesting election. But then, Will PDP also able to win? Will Agbola Ajayi or APC will use, now, for instance, somebody make an arithmetic, says Tinubu can use 1 trillion naira to buy maybe 15 million votes. And what is 1 trillion to Tinubu in 2027? In the true sense of it, Tinubu is a big boy. He has the money. So if he can use 1 trillion naira to buy like 10 to 15 million votes, then that means if he has 3 trillion, that means he can buy over 30 million votes. He has already won now, right? He has already won. So, and you can't say there will be no money politics because Tinubu is the father of money politics. You remember the bullion van. So that shows what to expect. The graga that EFCC is just doing in Edo, I was just laughing. The president, your commander-in-chief, is the father of bullion ban politics. You are now running kitty in Edo State. You are now forming macho. Who are you deceiving? Is your commander-in-chief not the godfather of money politics, whereby 2 bullion vans, So all this one that EFCC is doing is just game. Because let's see what EFCC will do during presidential election. They should go to APC, even this Ondo, they should go to APC stronghold and start arresting APC people doing vote buying. Whether they won't orchestrate the sack of this EFCC boss, they won't even try it. That's Nigeria for you, And maybe Oga Tinubu will change, but I just hope that the man should perform, because the orchestration coming from the north is a very strong one against Tinubu. They are already aligning. They call themselves, I've forgotten their name, I saw it yesterday, and notable people are joining. That's why the Tinubu camp now are trying to maneuver by bringing El-Rufai on board to the cabinet. But then, will El-Rufai want to be part of the Tinubu camp? I don't think so, but nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. But if the other camp, if they promise El-Rufai president or vice president, will you want to come and join the Tinubu camp to be a minister? El-Rufai may not be gullible, or maybe as gullible with profound respect like Wike. El-Rufai may be looking at the bigger picture, and El-Rufai may think, okay, you used me the first time, whereby you came to my state, you were begging me that, El-Rufai, don't leave me or don't retire. When I become president, I will need you. I will need you, And at the end of the day, he didn't stand by El-Rufai, because if Tinubu has insisted he wants him, definitely Akpabio would have clarified him. And what Adebayo says, but that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants Ondo at all costs. I think, except if Bola Ahmed Tinubu is back in his old shell, because the Bola Ahmed Tinubu that I know wants every state. That's the truth. When he was the leader of APC, he wants every state. He's a power-oriented politician. Give him power, he wants more power. Give him more power, he wants more power. So except if, he's back in his old shell of, being the political striker of APC. That's why we want Ondo at all costs. The state that I think he will want at all costs will be Osun. But Adeleke is firmly on ground in Osun State, and Adeleke has been playing the careful politics. He's a friend to Dapo Abiodun. He's a friend to Jide Sanwo-Olu. He's also a friend to Remi Tinubu. So Adeleke has been playing the careful game. But I'm suspecting this guy may want to come back. Oyetola, I'm suspecting he wants to come, and if he wants to come back, it will put Tinubu in a kind of like dicey position. If Oyetola insists, and Oyetola will want to use the opportunity that his cousin is the president. Of course, he will get the ticket because he just clocked 70, and some of the APC guys in Osun State have been wishing him happy birthday. So it's still like the leader of the party, just as Fayemi was able to hold the structure of Ekiti when he was minister under Buhari, and he used that ministerial position to at least amass so much goodies for himself that he used to go and conquer Ekiti. So Oyetola may want to play the same script, but then it will be a very difficult election because Adeleke is firmly on ground. He has solidified his administration in the state. He is a giver, and this guy, Oyetola, we may find it difficult to uproot Adeleke because Adeleke has been playing the careful politics. He has been a friend to everybody, and he knows what he's doing. So maybe it will be interesting to see what will happen in all this thing. But I just wish we can have a credible election, that the election will end at the polls. If you are watching me for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel. This is Politing with Dr. Oshiomole, political scientist, public affairs analyst, and what we've been doing for like the past 3.5 hours is we have been politinking. Let's make it a date. Hopefully, like I said, I'm not always far from you, so let's make it happen again when God permits. Hopefully tomorrow, if we can make it happen. So till I come your way very, very soon, I'm not always far from you. Thanks to everyone that participated and made this broadcast quite lively. Bosse Adebayo, I appreciate you. Toka Ashley, Emmanuel Blackshewu, Akim, Eleshi, Mickey TV, all of you, Sam Onyekwere, Odinaka Okore, a lot of you, Osanya Manuel, Ejano, Akinwumi, Fakolujo. I think Akinwumi, maybe you are watching me for the first time, I'm not sure, but do well to subscribe to this channel, and Osamuye TV, a lot of you guys that participated in the comment section, Controvert 2, I see you, God bless you. So many of you. If I'm not able to mention your name, apologies. A lot of people. Adekunle Omodunni, quite a number of you. So many, and Jez Danjuma. You guys are so many. Fidelis Michael, Kuzayet, Ezra. So many of you. God bless you. Thanks for your time. I greatly appreciate you. And make sure, and the 77, I see you, and the 77, so many of you, so many. God bless all of you. Thanks for being part of today's broadcast. I appreciate your time, and till I come your way next, I remain myself, Dr. Oshiomole. God bless you. I love you all sincerely. Thank you.